girldm start.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to stream. I think I do. Okay. Okay, we have everything going there. Okay. Thank you for the gifted. Oh boy. Now I've got to multitask. I've been single target focused for so long.
Guess who's back?
It's me.
Back again.
Hello.
Green Cat is back again. Tell a friend.
Thank you, John. I won't need the backseating one.
Welcome back.
For today's, because Noita is... I know what I'm doing enough in Noita that it's okay. Oh.
Choo choo.
If you do hear weird background noise, I have the Roomba running. I started it last night, and then it got stuck on a little wooden mothball thing, and it got stuck.
3 years. What a year.
I had a notification from my Roomba that said, "Can't find charging station, ending here," and it's just like in the middle of my living room.
Can you
dead.
believe 4 years?
It's fine. Roomba got drunk on mothballs, apparently.
Welcome back, DM.
Can we still eat backseaters? You
It's
can,
the new
yes.
year.
Oh my god. It's not the new year for me yet. I have a New Year's party tonight, so we'll see if my good morning
Happy New
message
Year,
for
DM.
2026 is actually in the morning for me or not. That'll be interesting. Roomba's not dead. Oh gosh, so what all happened? Before Japan trip, and also I need to thank everybody. We have Welgrim Tobo. Thank you for being an acolyte for 25 months. Your sanity continues to dwindle into 2026. Dancing Corpse, thanks for being a drudge for 25 months. You already are subbed on Twitch and YouTube, buddy. I'm glad you're employed. Kigam, thank you for being a drudge for 25 months on YouTube. Welcome, Tobo. Thank you very much for the backseater super chat, as always. And Kite, thank you for being a drudge on YouTube for 19 months. You don't have to wait till next year to see me, no. I think, is that all caught up, or is YouTube being weird? Yes, okay, it's caught up there. Yay! Glad I'm employed too, not by you, but employed. Yeah, you know, if I had
Welcome back, Cat, and no more rumor.
Wherewithal to actually employ my mods, I 100% would. Unfortunately, I don't.
Happy New Year's Eve. Good to have you back.
God, could you imagine if I paid people to...
sub anniversary. Let's go.
Oh, I wish I could. Wait, dude, does Moist Critical pay his mods? Does XQC?
Happy New Year, DM, and chat girldom speed too.
It is what it is. Man, I'm employed too. Yay, Electro, thank you for being an acolyte for 25 months. I'm employed and insane. You are. Hope you had fun in Japan and at home. I did. Thank you, Rob Mungus, and thanks for being a minion for 25 months. Yay. I don't know why I think you'd make a good boss. I mean, I definitely would be the type of boss that would also put myself on the schedule and fill for people if they had to
girldom love, 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 girldom love.
Tears in my eyes. She's here. Hi, Nane. Employment celebration, yippee! Yay, David! Thanks for being a drudge for 24 months. And Iskander, thanks for being an acolyte for 12. Oh my god.
I miss girl
your sanity as well.
DM_. Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
Thanks.
Welcome back. Not gone forever, girldom cheer.
Not gone forever, no. Can y'all believe my old boss said I had a problem with consistency? On a different note, did y'all know Noita means... Did you know Noita? Noita means Noita? No, Ko and Ray pay at least one of them. Yeah, I think that's definitely a very different scale. I feel like if you're in like...
Good to have you back.
Several Ks of people following, watching actively, that you're able to fall into that category. But also, I think that they're able to incorporate their channels. There's a specific range where you can change your streaming into a corporation. And that makes it a bit more doable for like having employment thingies, but then you also have to have like labor law stuff and a bunch of complications and probably need a business manager, and that's a lot. If you make 1 million per year or more, you definitely should pay your mods. 100%. I would say that, yeah. Also, Theric, thanks for being a minion for 25 months. Also a legal advisor? Yeah, yeah. Don't you have to set it up as a small business at that point? Probably. I mean, I'm technically a small business for mine. This button's active. It is!
This button is active, girldom cheer.
Okay, let's get caught up on Twitch. We have Epic Deadpool, Zio, Kiba, Denari, Nardo, Deadlock.
I almost forgot about the Twitch
Igno,
serotonin
Terrace,
noises, girldom panic.
Apple, Spun, Cyrilon, Sir Chris, Griffin, Fakeboy, Keegan, Barrett, Jonami, Lazy, Araba, Battery, Bacon, Clockwork, Tay, Kira, Sephim, Nico, Doshi, Theric, Kurgash, Fern, Pord, and welcome Tobo. Thank you for the resubs, gift subs, and bits, and all of those things, and prime subs as they still continue to exist. We'll see how long those exist. My name has 2 A's. Okay. Good skills of observation, Lazy. Snake Wolf, thanks for the 10 gifted. First hour stream is catching up with subs, amazing. Pretty much. Oh, it hasn't even been the first hour. It's the first 10 minutes, you know? It's the first 10 minutes. Did you guys already do the thing? I did.
Welcome back from Japan, DM. I haven't seen you since last year.
Wow.
Girldom smugga.
Okay, it hasn't been super found. Okay.
Time for my monthly dose of paid positive attention.
Morning, Demon, thank you, and Izzy, thank you. And Swordsman J, thank you.
The green cat came back on the very last day.
I did.
The green cat came back. Chat thought she was a goner.
I did come back. Doug Moss, thank you.
Welcome
and Triton,
back,
thank you.
Cheer, happy noises.
Oh my god. Just the start is going to just be... See, this is why if you stream, just never take a break. You have to... You get to become an NPC streamer for the first, like, 30 minutes. It's already funded. What do you mean? Shh. Prelude, thank you.
Happy New Year. Also
really wasn't expecting you till next year. I was like... Before I left for Japan and Christmas holiday, I did say that I wanted to do at least one stream. Now this stream probably won't go for too long. I think I have like a 3-hour window that's doable. But I am gonna have friends over to celebrate New Year's with. So I made spinach dip. I bought sourdough bread. Friends are bringing stuff over. We'll put a show on in the background and play board games. So
welcome back, DM girldom.
2025 has been
year and happy 1-year subiversary.
A tumultuous year where I've been.
I just want to say that after being subbed for a year, this community has been a great joy to be a part of, and couldn't have it any other way.
I've been focusing on keeping close friendships that are good friendships, you know. No, unless you want to start war crimes. I think we're gonna have code names. That's one of the games we're gonna have. She's focusing on being cute. Yeah, I'm focusing on being cute. Code names, yes. And then one of the friends that's coming has a Cardcaptor Sakura board game. This thing is a relic, okay? Definitely was not a board game that was play tested in any sense of the word, because the last time we played it, it's a 4-person board game, I believe, and it relies on luck and dice rolls.
Happy New Year.
And I think the final round went for like 10 rounds because it required a specific dice roll.
Welcome back and Happy New Year's. It
was very funny. That's 100%. Oh, well, there it goes. I did put one selfish item up as my Christmas present on Throne, and it's been funded. Yippee! I didn't say that I put it up on the throne, so I just one? Yeah. I only had like one thing that I really like was looking at and wanting to get. So it's a for those of you that found it and in the 16 minutes that it was up on Throne, what was the thing you wanted? A Marshall Stanmore 3 speaker. So it has a dedicated audio, like the two ports for the audio. Because my record player has the split audio cable thingies, and so I wanted to have a dedicated speaker for the record player because it's currently fighting for the throne. I have a Bluetooth bar that is
great.
Older Bluetooth, so only supports one at a time. Marshall, good brand. Yeah, I was looking at them when I was in Japan because I'd been looking at the Marshall speaker for a couple of months. So record player, you're hipster. Hey, I got a Coldplay record for Christmas. Let me tell you. Is it the Automagically speaker? No, it's just a regular dumb speaker. But I will have to get a shelf to install it with. Because I'll put the speaker on a shelf that's gonna be in the area so that way it can, you know. Oh my god, not a puffin! Holy... Bruh! Also, Zem and Colonel Chicken Adventures, Optimus Irk. Pocky, Atlas, Miano, thank you for the gifted and the resubs. Thank you. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks. Oh no! I know Art Gun, they got sick during Christmas. Coldplay still makes music? Here, you know what? I'll go get the record so I can tell you. I need to also, like, tell you guys what the Japan haul was. I haven't actually taken pictures of it yet because I've been tidying up my place since I got back. Let me get my diaries. Oh, it's a 2 record. There's 2. It's got 2. Okay. The record that I got for Christmas is Coldplay X and Y.
Hey look, the funny cat is back.
X Font Swag, thank you, and Bionic Hippo, thank you. So it has... Doesn't say... The record does... Okay, you know what? I think I have to actually open it to see what songs are on it.
Girldom, hi, girldom.
Let us live
lurk.
vicariously through your Japan haul and Christmas gifts. Yeah, I have to tell my rendition of the Japan trip. Records are double-sided, but this is a double LP, so that means there are 2 records in here. Ooh. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Coldplay. So...
Nappy Hugh Year.
Do they not have us? Mother trucker. They don't list anywhere what the songs are. I have to take the records out and read off what they have. Okay. The hardest part, Swallowed in the Sea, Twisted Logic. Speed of Sound, A Message, Low. Okay, so the second record, they definitely, like, skimped on how much space they had. It's mystery, oh my god. Izzy, thank you for being a drudge over on YouTube for 9 months as well. We also have Fix You, Talk, X and Y, Square One, What If, and White Shadows. There we go. So it has 2 of them, but it doesn't have the track list anywhere. So that's fun. What the? What the? Welcome back, glad to be here. Thank you. Takabakashi, thank you as well. And Joker, thank you. And Marcus, thank you. So, first of all, I have to talk about what happened before going on the Japan trip. Did you get the Artorias statue? They did not have it anymore at Torch. They have an Alexander one now, and I was like, I love Alexander, but not that much. Are you gonna doodle a trip recap with your new tablet? No, because I do not have the time. If I could do a longer stream today, I could. I do want to draw a couple of the situations that happened and just like post them, but not for today's, unfortunately. So what happened? There is a prologue. Yes, there's a prologue. Also, Jimmy and Casey, thank you. So I'll probably be AFK since sorry 2026 for me. Happy New Year, DM. Oh, thanks, whoa. Happy New Year. Prologue. So the day before my flight out to Japan, I get an email notification from my corporate mailbox. Because I have a mailbox that is specifically for companies to send me things, okay? And I get an email that says that a package has been delivered, and if it is not picked up in a 15-day period, the packages will be returned. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm not gonna be here for that many days. This is a problem. This sounds like a scam. No, it's not a scam. No, their companies will inform you if something's been dropped off. It was a real email, guys. It was a real shipment. It is a specific address that is only going to companies. So anything that goes through that is legitimate. Also, Sushi Dragon, thank you. And Ray, thank you. 15 days is the standard, yes. Silly question, I think you've mentioned this. Do you have any desire to move back to Japan? Nope. Anyways, so I drive on down. Presume you have a P.O. box of some sort. I have a specific mailing address that is for companies only. Because I do get sent PR packs and I get sent merch previews and such, and so I have a set specific thing. Let her tell the story. I know, I keep getting interrupted. Owl is still not listening. It's been 2 weeks. I think Owl's not going to be listening for the entire stream. Just going to hit enter every time you ask a question, huh? Anyways, so I get myself to the PO box, and there is this massive box waiting for me. And I'm like, okay, one massive box, that's okay, all right. It's not too heavy. I check the address. It's from Vite. I'm like, oh, Vite ramen. Okay, so this is a box of ramen, because I had asked Tim that when my ramen flavor was back in stock, that if he could send me some, because I was out. So, big box. Like, I could climb into this box and ship myself to Japan for much cheaper than a flight, let me tell you. But I was like, okay, so grab that box. And then the staff person comes out with an identically sized box. Massive. But this one weighs 3 times as much. Also from Vite Ramen. So I'm like, huh. This box doesn't make, like, crinkly noises. It makes thunking noises when it gets moved around. So I had to make 2 trips, and also, thank goodness, let me tell you, thank goodness I have been going to torture sessions, because those come into play for this whole trip. All right?
Was it a life-size girl_DM_ statue?
Managed to take several trips to bring stuff over. Torture paid off. And the thing is like, heavy items that are condensed heaviness are easy to carry. Heavy items with bulky proportions are hard to carry, because you have to rely on muscles that maybe you have not trained as much, let's just say, okay? So I managed to get these back to my place and open the lighter box, and it is ramen, of course. Whiskey swiftly jumps into it. He had made that his new perch. He continued to sleep in it. And I open up the other box, the heavy one, and there are multiple boxes in there. And I'm like, Tim, what did you do? But I do notice that some of the boxes, after I take the saran wrap off of them and the bubble wrap off of them, have branding on them. So, Tim Vite Ramen sent me the entire Kiara set, his cooking Kickstarter set, a massive cutting board, an iteration of the girldm knife that we were working on, and they have a tea set as well with a really cool mug that he sent as well. And so I'm just like looking here being like, Tim. So I now have like a bunch of knives, and I also have the Kiara knife holder board and cutting board holder display thing. I really hope you can cook so you can get the most out of the cooking set. Crash Ninja, I highly recommend you check out the live past streams. I'm new here. Hello, Tony. Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff. Oh, Lazy, you can... I think they might be a bit slow because of the holiday season, but you can go ahead and tell me in the mod chat what your stuff is, and I can bother Tim. Yeah, so a whole bunch of those. Also, Asher, thank you for the 5 gifted, and Chicken Raptor, thanks for the resub. When is Mug? Girldm mug? No. The mug is from the Vite Ramen tea set that they did. Gotta drink my sludge. Man, although 2026, I am planning to make my my fourth wall so I can have a standard merch shop, so I can put I paid $35 and all I bought was this stupid mug on there. Quite the haul. Oh, that's only the before Japan trip haul. So, to preface this Japan trip, because when I announced I was going on another Japan trip with VTubers, members of my community understandably went, again? Because apparently I have some kind of reputation for being a Sherpa for VTubers in Japan. This is not a false assumption. This is a correct assumption. So that makes 2 Japan trips this year, Sherpaing. However, this Japan trip had been planned, well, tentatively planned since last year. So Numi had said that she wanted to go, I remember last year was 0 trips. No, I think last year 2025 was 2 trips. 2023 was also 2 trips. So same number of trips. Less total days, I think. But anyways, Numi had said that she wanted to go skiing in Hokkaido for her birthday. And she wanted to do a Japan trip in 2025 for that. And I was like, okay, cool. And so usually when people tell me that they want to do a trip or something, I usually go through the assumption that I'm just not going to take action or remind them on it. It's up to them if they actually decide that that's what they want to do. So then it was in like summertime. Numi messages me and she's like, okay, Hokkaido Japan trip, we're doing it. So I was like, okay, fair. So Numi made a Discord group and we started discussing with people like what time frame, what days would work best for everybody, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of me and Numi figuring out what days would work for us and then pinging everybody on the server to be like, hey guys, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Which is normal. And so we start getting like 4 months out from the trip. And that's usually the time frame when it's a good idea to make sure you have everything booked. So Numi and I schedule a time with Giri that we're gonna have a voice call together and we're gonna hash out the concrete details of the trip. And we get to that time period. Giri misses the call. So it's me and Numi sitting in the voice call together and Numi being like, she'll show up, right? We gotta kind of book stuff today.
Just in time for travel mishap stories.
But Giri had done like a big trip or a big stream the day before, and it just slipped her mind. That happens. And so Numi and I go through and figure out where in Hokkaido that we want to go, what's accessible, find out what ski resort is going to be able to support everybody and have gear rentals and have a bunch of stuff that we need. We hash all that out. Numi finds a place. Well, we both find a place. The first one, it takes too long for everybody to respond back, so we missed the booking for that one. But, oh, Lacey, we tried. She was dead to the world. She was like asleep. And so Numi and I,
girldom bands.
She books the resort, and we're like, okay, the next thing that we'll need to do is book the flights, but we'll need to make sure that everybody's available for that. And so we refigure out the timing. Jump ahead to the next call. Numi and I show up on time. Giri shows up this time. And we're figuring out the flights. And so it's my first time doing a local flight in Japan. Like, I've never been to Hokkaido before. I've never done a local flight in Japan. I've always just flown into either Haneda or Noita, which are both close to Tokyo. And then anytime I'm going anywhere, I usually just take the train, right? Didn't take the Shinkansen. To get to Hokkaido via Shinkansen, that is like a 6-hour Shinkansen, and then you have to take a boat. And then you would have to take another Shinkansen. You celebrating New Year's Eve in the next few hours? My New Year's Eve is not for another like 13 and a half hours. Japan does have an amazing train system, yes. So we have to book our flights. We have to do local flights.
HRRM.
So.
HRRM. So must you annoy
Of all,
chat.
I'm gonna talk through it because I need to get through this
them.
story.
It
I'm
will
so
not
sorry,
make
but
a
thank you.
difference. Ignore me.
So.
Do it, Scantony.
I find a
Thy
flight
dream
through
and
Google
stranger,
Flights
such seems your face
that works
still.
for the departure and the arrival
Till
time
many
that we
pains
need.
astonishing.
And
What
so
rainbow?
I send it to everybody,
Sort of
but the
rainbow
booking
saved by
site is
somewhat
all in
expulsion known
Japanese
but to
because
a
it's a
few
local
snakes.
flight and it doesn't make sense,
And
right?
with this hood, the hood
So,
charged from stuff and all should know. OOF.
We then go.
OOF. In order that buggy dolphins and
We
buggy
then
dolphins will
go
stop a prince round him ostensibly.
to. Well,
the
I then
Queen's
go
assault
to
queens as
booking.com because that's usually the one that I fall back on. I can't always have them be like booking.com isn't the best. There's issues that you can have with bookings and stuff, but I haven't had issues with them with flights before, and that far in advance also helps out. So this is almost better. Yay. So I end up having to send the booking link to everybody so that everybody can go through and book their flights. Which to me is terribly funny because I am like the least Japan traveled to. Hi, Whiskey. Hello. Yes. Hello, buddy. Hello. The tracking is broken because there's a cat in the way. Anyways. Hi, buddy. Hello, Whiskey. Hi, where are you going? You on the desk or you want to go on my lap? That's my sludge. Whiskey. I'm in the middle of telling a story. So, Numi made sure that she had messaged everybody to make sure that they would be available during the time or checking the group chat during the time while we were getting the flights, because she said to everybody, we're getting the flights at this time, please make sure that you are available on Discord at that time. So everybody said that they were available, they were not. So the flight there, as we are in the call, runs out of seats. So thankfully, this is a flight that happens like fairly regularly in Japan. So there was another flight that's an hour earlier. So I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna be an hour earlier. Now, to let you know, this flight, like this trip, Japan trip, okay? I usually book peasant class for myself when I'm doing a flight, okay? I usually get myself peasant class, because it's expensive. Oh my goodness. Whiskey, hi. He's just getting, he's just getting scratches and I'm sorry guys, you have to fight Whiskey for attention, and unfortunately Whiskey is soft and fluffy and warm and exists in my arms. Hi! He's so cuddly! Is 30 too old for my first trip? No. I think the only time you might be too old for the trip is if, like, you can't physically, like, you're traveling by yourself and you don't have any assistance for getting onto things and you need assistance. I think that's the only time that I would consider somebody being too old possibly for it. But if you have somebody to assist you, then it doesn't matter. Sorry, my cat is so... He's so cuddly. He's just like, ooh, cuddles time. Hi, Winky. Hi, baby. Or if you have meds that are prohibited in Japan, yes, Japan does have a pretty strict list about medication, even prescription, that is not permitted. So, hi, Whiskey. Hi, he's just in my arms. He's just wanting to be cuddled. He's purring. Whoa, I think I know what's wrong with your friend's Roadcaster. It's just I'm cuddling a cat, so I can't type back in response. Our are they using the virtual audio devices? Because if they are, they may need to temporarily disable those. And there's a setting for the Rode in the Rode software. They may have to temporarily disable that if they're using the ISO from Rode for their recording. Do you have a guide to visiting Japan some more? I do not. Were you able to fix your old setup? I haven't tested. Honestly, I turned on my computer yesterday to get my Final Fantasy XIV emotes before the event ended. So anyways, I do not normally fly on like premium class, okay? This time I booked premium. Oh my god, whiskey. This time I booked premium because my flight had me land at Noita at 5:30 in the evening. And then our flight to Hokkaido was at 11 a.m. the next day. So, oh, thank you, Ard. Adrakani, thank you. My brain swapped the R and the D. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. Your metal arm looks cool. Thank you. So, in less than 24 hours after landing in Japan, and I landed in Narita because that's where I have a direct flight to, which meant that I had to take an additional, like, plus hour of time for transit after landing. Are you slow blinking at me? Whiskey? Oh, he's just sitting here, he's just slow blinking in the corner. He's just staring at me in slow blink. Are you slow blinking, Whiskey?
For years. I so dearly miss my face.
Baby. Did you sleep in flight at all? No, I did not. My flight to Japan. So there was a girl seated next to me that it was her first time flying premium. So not business class. So it wasn't the fancy lay-down seats. It was the ones that are a bit more plush and you have a bit more space to yourself and there's no way for your legs to touch your neighbor's legs, pretty much, like, right? So, the girl that was seated next to me, I didn't sleep at all on the first flight because the girl that was seated next to me had broken up with her boyfriend of 4 years in April of this year, who was a very unsupporting boyfriend. By the way, I was just like, holy toxic relationship tea. He was a gym rat who did not support any of her hobbies. He didn't support her dressing up. He didn't support her interest in music. So this girl was a Dear N. Grey fangirl. And let me tell you, that in itself, in the year of 2025, is a wild statement. Dear N. Grey is one of the most famous visual K groups, and they have been around for a while.
Politely heart.
She's a treasure. This girl's a national treasure. Like, the reason why I started talking to her when she sat next to me, because most of the time I'm anxiety coded, right? Unless I see something and I'm like, oh, we have something in common, I can speak to you. This girl, while we are starting off on the flight, takes out a copy of Paradise Kiss. This girl is living in the early 2000s. Paradise Kiss is a manga series by Nana Ozawa that is an iconic, like, Japanese fashion and alt subculture genre manga, okay? Kind of based, right? Like, super based. So I started chatting with her, and she was talking about how, like, she was on the trip.
Glad to see YA back.
To see Dear N. Grey perform
Chances
twice.
I won't be here for the new year as I am with family. So happy New Year all.
Oh, happy New Year!
Thank you, DM, for streaming and being who you are, and thank you to the community for pretty much the same. Being extremely chill and fun to interact with.
She had just graduated
salute,
earlier in the year.
Love, have
she got herself a good job. She was taking her first vacation to travel by herself. And so, like, me and this girl spent the entire time talking back and forth because it was her first Japan trip. It's her first time flying on premium class, which I've done before, once before. So I was like, ooh, I know how this works. So I was, like, explaining stuff to her and having chats back and forth on stuff. She was super chill. So, yeah, the entire flight, I was talking to her, so I did not sleep the entire flight there, which isn't too bad because usually I prefer, if I'm going to Japan, it works out better to stay awake the entire time and then not go to bed until it's time to go to bed. Okay? So, I land, I go get my luggage, I get on the Noita Express, and then I get to Giri's, and it was so funny. Because I get to Giri's, and Giri isn't there. But there was a friend there, and I was like, oh, hey, friend! And I was like, where's Giri? And like, because I knew that Michi and Yuzu were already supposed to be there. And the friend was like, oh, they're out getting ski gear. And I'm like, why are they getting ski gear? For the trip to Hokkaido. And I'm like, but we're just gonna rent our gear. And the friend was like, well, yeah, you guys are gonna like rent skis and snowboards, right? And I go, yeah, but it's a resort. They have full rent. Must have been no. Numi arrives to Giri's house maybe 20 minutes after I arrived. Numi and Shoto both arrive. And I turn to Numi and I go, so yeah, everybody's out getting ski gear. And Numi goes, but we're gonna rent it at the ski resort. And the friend is like, yeah, but they need like gloves and stuff and hats and stuff, right? And I was like, no. We're going to rent it at the resort. And Numi and I, it felt like we were in a sitcom. We had that moment where we just like look at each other and we're just both flabbergasted, okay? We're just like, what? Everything's rentable. It is all-inclusive rent. We double-checked the entire thing. Like Numi and I, while we were making the booking, and we added everybody in the group, we said, we will be able to rent all our gear at the resort. That's specifically why we chose that resort, was because they had everything. You can rent jackets, you can rent gloves, you can rent your snow boots, you rent your ski boots as well. It's a full rental resort. The only time you have to worry about there not being full rentals is if you are going to like a tiny, tiny local only place. Why would you rent a jacket and gloves? Because some of the people are from like the Philippines. We had an international group. There were some people that the temperature where they live never goes below 25 Celsius. No, they weren't in Call Fake Boy. Like, there's no reason for some people to buy winter gear if they don't live somewhere where there's winter time. Right? Renting outfits is odd. Gear, I'm assuming it only meant skis, makes sense. No, we actually detailed out. We're like, no, we can rent our ski jackets. We can rent... Thought Giri was in the call? No, this was the call she missed. But we added everybody. We added everybody in there with the details about this resort. We detailed it out. I said, pack underlayers. So like go to Uniqlo and get heat tech pants and a top. Reading. Yep. So they went and bought all of their gear Yeah, winter gear is also super not compact. I brought my own gear though, because there was a specific, the last time I went skiing with Numi, because she came to Banff, she specifically asked me for this Japan trip to bring my gear, because I have a full skiing set that is astronaut reflective silver. I light up like a beacon. I look like a 1960s astronaut movie. Okay?
12 months pog.
So Numi was just like, DM, can you wear your outfit? So I did pack my ski gear because I have ski gear. You're invisible on photos? No, not that type. I mean like it looks like it's made out of those emergency blanket materials. That's what it looks like. It's like a tinfoil Christmas tree. Yes, exactly. Like my outfit for skiing looks like it's made out of tinfoil. Does it have a helmet? No. I don't have a helmet. I don't have my own skis. I do have I have mittens and such, but even if for the most part, if I go skiing, unless the temperature is like super duper low, most of the time I end up taking off my jacket anyways because I get too hot. Entirely chromed out. Look like the Pepsi Man. Exactly. So like Numi was like, can you please bring your outfit? So that's what I did. I brought my ski pants and I brought my my jacket that matches it. So
Ahoy.
I didn't bring gloves. I didn't bring snow boots. I didn't bring a helmet. I didn't bring goggles because that takes up additional space and we knew we'd be able to rent everything. So it was so funny. So like 30 minutes after Numi arrives and me and her have that exchange of us just being dumbfounded, Giri comes back with Michi and Yuzu and they've gone and they've bought snow boots, snow jackets, snow pants, the entire kit. They've got snow gloves. And Numi and I are like, why did you go shopping? We said you could rent everything at the resort. And they were like, oh, I didn't think you meant everything. And so we were just head in hands being like, oh no. But anyways, we got our food. Did they have time for a return? No, because they were gonna use it. So we wound up, Giri, there's multiple buses that can take you to Haneda, so we had to get to another station by another time so that we can get on the bus to get to Haneda, because we were flying out of Haneda since it was very close. And so we got to the airport on time and everything, and after Numi's flight left, because she had to go earlier because the flights sold out while we were waiting for responses from people to make sure they would be able to make it. So they had to get on the earlier flight. So they fly off first. And then my plane, because I was flying with Giri and I think maybe Shoto was on the flight. I don't remember. We had like split people. Anyways, you said gear, gloves isn't gear. It is for skiing. We said winter gear. Winter gear. Like, I screenshot the document that said everything that is rentable from the resort. VTubers can't read. You know what? Yuzu does play Souls-like though, so I should have figured that. I should have figured that, you know? Does Michi? I don't think she does. Yeah, no, we detailed out everything. Anyways, so the plane pulls up to the gate. Okay. And we had a notification that said that the flight may return to Haneda if the snow is too strong. Which is concerning. So we finally get our boarding call and we start walking down the pathway to the plane. our plane is the Pokemon Alolan Vulpix plane. So the outside of it is wrapped in regular Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix. When you sit down, all of the headrests have different Vulpixes on them. Our cups for the servings of, you could either have apple juice or like coffee, tea, or soup. Those have Alolan Vulpixes on them. The staff are wearing Alolan Vulpix aprons. At the front of the plane, when you get onto the plane, there's a little Alolan Vulpix and a regular Vulpix tucked next to each other, like plushies. And when you land, it plays an Alolan Vulpix cartoon about going with your friends traveling. What airline is this? JAL? No, it was called Airdo. So of course, like, I sent pictures to Valtzy immediately because she loves Vulpix. So it was magical. We get on the flight and the flight gives the announcement that's like, so it's currently snowing in Hokkaido, and if the snow is really bad, we have to turn around and go back to Haneda. Also, there will be bad turbulence during this flight. So I'm sitting here being like, oh good. Great. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Neither of those happened. The plane landed fine in Hokkaido, and the turbulence wasn't bad either. It was not that bad. I had worse turbulence on my flight over to Japan. So we land. It is snowing when we get to Hokkaido, though. And I had detailed out the route that we would have to take from the airport with trains in order to get to, we stayed in Niseko, which is a very resort town in Hokkaido for skiing and snowboarding. And so I detailed out the train and shuttle bus route that we would have to take, but Numi went, respectfully, I don't want to take 2, 3 hours, 4 hours to get across train rides to get to Niseko. And I was like, okay, that's fair. So Numi just booked us a shuttle all the way from the airport to the resort in Niseko, which was a 2.5 hour ride across Hokkaido in the mountains. Fudo trade rides? No. This was particularly fortuitous because all the flights from Tokyo after our flight landed, all of them got canceled because it started snowing. A lot. So on the drive to Niseko, we actually couldn't see anything because it was snowing. It wasn't whiteout conditions or anything. Like, it was really funny because we're in the car, and like Michi's never seen snow before, and so she's asking a ton of questions. She's like, "Is this a blizzard? Is this?" And I was like, "No. This is just snow. A blizzard is, it's like a thunderstorm, but everything's snow and it's extremely dark. It's still very bright. We still have decent visibility. We could see like 3 car lengths ahead of us. Couldn't see down the mountainside or anything." Would a train be safer in those conditions? No, because they need to be able to make sure that the train tracks stay clear. Michi's a treasure? Oh my god, so many things happened with Michi in the snow. We got to Niseko, we got to our resort. We had booked it was really funny because we get to the resort and we were staying in a suite that had enough space for everybody on the trip. So the suite is on the top floor. It has a full kitchen. It has a full living room. It has multiple bathrooms. Like, it's the penthouse. And everyone gets into the resort, like our suite room in the penthouse, and is like, oh my god, all the rooms are together. This is great. And me and Numi are just like, we detailed this out 4 months ago. We showed you the picture. We linked it. We said, this is where we're staying. Let them have whimsy. And that's when everybody confessed that they didn't check anything. And we were all just like, me and Numi were just, oh, we see you two the entire time, pretty much. Planners versus vibers, to be honest, that's pretty much it. Anytime I'm Sherpaing, it's because I'm the planner, and I think Numi also likes to be able to plan stuff, and having 2 people to plan helps a ton. This is why I took the premium flight, though, so that I would be rested enough, because I was like, we are going to be flying to Hokkaido the very next day. It's going to be a ton of travel within the first 24 hours that we land in Japan. I need to make sure that I am as rested as possible. But yeah, we wound up getting everything sorted. I went with the next day, I went with the people that were doing the ski training, because 1, I wanted to make sure people actually went to the ski training, and 2, I wanted to make sure that they were being encouraged and felt safe and comfortable. So it was really cute. Michi and Yuzu were both, it was like watching baby deer. But unfortunately, it was super windy the one day that we had for skiing. So all of the chairlifts that were next to our hotel weren't working. They weren't running because it was extremely windy. Like, you could see the gondolas like swinging. So the people that didn't need to take introductory classes took the shuttle to go to the other side of the mountain where there were ski lifts that were running, and so they had fun there. But yeah, it was really windy, and so understandable, but we did have a little magic carpet and a little tiny slope that we could go down, so we did that. Did you dig holes to catch them too? I did not, but it was very fun to watch, to see everybody going down on the hills and stuff. And I reassured myself that I still knew how to ski, because I don't go skiing unless I'm going with other people. Skiing is like, have you seen the price of lift tickets nowadays? Like, ain't no way. You think I'm gonna go out by myself to go skiing? The reason why I have the astronaut set is so that if I do end up skiing by myself and I like end up crashing somewhere, a helicopter will be able to spot me easily, okay? How much do they run? I think for one day is like 200. Like, you can get local deals and stuff. The better deal is if you pre-order it in advance. Like, it's bad. So I don't generally go out skiing unless it's with like a group, right? 200 CAD? Yep, for one day. Depends on where you're going. And like, I don't have my own skis, so that's like tack on another like 150 for rentals. Like, no. No. Expensive. Skiing's rich people sport now, guys. It's very nice. It's very fun. Slapping grease boards to your feet so you can zip down a hill going faster than a car. That's great. But yeah. So we, I did witness, Michi having fun experiencing snow and making snowballs and throwing them at Shoto, and then Shoto picked up Michi like a wrestler and slammed her into a snowbank. That was funny. Hello, Noita. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna open Noita soon, and then I'll continue talking. The Hokkaido part requires my focus to talk about. Did she die? No. Shoto claimed they were trying to trip him first. Yeah, sure. Didn't you make a video? I do have a video, however, it does have everybody's true forms in it. and I don't have permission to share that. So, the video is really funny though. I have multiple videos because I have, one of, I'm pretty sure Shoto started it, not gonna lie. Because at the very first rest stop that we had, he full on grabbed a snowball and waited around a corner to hurl it. So like, I will say though, it was quite warm in Niseko. Like, it was really funny. We got there and everybody was like, yeah, but there's snow. It's gotta be cold. It's gotta be cold. I'm like, no guys, it's 1 degree right now. Like, it's warm. They're like, no, we need to have like all of our jackets and everything. We need to be like super bundled up. And I was like, we're gonna start like moving around. And, oh, I just realized I have the wrong V-Bridger loaded in. That's what happened. Aha, there we go. I was using the one that was for the cat model still. 1 degree warm. If you are skiing, you get warm. That's super warm for skiing. Hopefully it was still snow and not ice. It was definitely people like, oh, is this champagne powder? And I was like, no, no, this is packable snow. This snow, very good for building. You want to make a snow fort? Have a snowball fight? You want to make an igloo? This snow is great for that. You want to make a snowman? Great for that. Not great for skiing. This is the type that you are like, the run is going to get compacted weirdly when people are going down the run. It's the type that you are going to get, like, bumps. I hate powder snow. Powder snow sucks if you want to build stuff. It's great if you're skiing. Powder snow is really easy to direct where you're going. It's a lot smoother because it just disperses instead. But yeah. Do they also have snow cannons in Japan? I saw a couple of structures that might have been snow cannons, but I'm not too sure on the details of those. Are all Canadians snow experts? No. It just, we do tend to know the differences in snow though. Packable snow is lumpy? Yep, because it packs down. So it packs into lumps. And it's the type, when it's packable snow, it tends to like freeze together into blocks. So that's why it's really good for building, because you can compress it down and it will hold its shape. When you want to ski or you want to do any kind of like, I don't know, ski-doos and stuff, if you want to do those on the mountains, you want the powder snow because it's a lot. Oh yeah, and it sticks to everything, yeah. There are different snow types, yeah. But yeah, it's very warm. And also, packable snow hurts a lot more if you have to fall into it. So that was the, packable snow is great for kids, yeah. But yeah, we did Japan trip, and then we had a group hot pot.
GGDM, thanks.
It's a drier, wetter, lighter, heavier kind of rating scale whether or not snow is packable, but you kind of need to mess around with it before you really know off the top of your head. Yeah, as soon as I took a step out and I felt how the snow crunched, I was just like, ah, okay, it is warm, because this is heavy and wet snow. And definitely not like, if you can pick up snow and compress it into a snowball, and you can throw that snowball, and instead of exploding and going puff, it breaks into chunks, that is packable snow. The best type of snow is one that you can pack loosely so you can still make a snowball and throw it, but when you hit it and you throw it against the wall, the entire thing explodes. Is cold better for powder snow then? Yep. Usually if it's colder, it's going to be more powdery.
Welcome back, girldom.
Banff is so well renowned because the temperatures drop a ton, so we get what's called the champagne powder snow. So champagne powder, the reason why it's called champagne powder is because champagne has little tiny bubbles in it, and champagne powder is little tiny snow. Banff's great for that, we'll confirm. Yep. Ice balls instead of snowballs, yep. Like, if you are having a snowball fight and it's like... I would say if it's like -10... and it's stayed a steady -10, I feel like that one is like the happy medium for skiing and snowball fights. Because you can still pack the snowball, but when you throw it at somebody, it doesn't have like the full force of like an ice cube that size hitting them. It just explodes instead. See you later, commentator. Like Celsius? Yes, Celsius. I'm Canadian. I feel like anything that's above -20 though, I'm going to end up packing away my snow jacket once I'm on the hill for a bit.
DM girldom
like,
and one wag long time no see
like
25
I feel like
and one wag how are you doing
-10
and one heart
once you get a few
wag.
runs down, that's t-shirt. That's t-shirt time. Not gonna lie. Like -10's not bad. -5 also not that bad. If you're moving, like, you get very warm. You get extremely warm. 1 degree, that's too warm. I could just go out and ski in shorts and a t-shirt. Dad DM doesn't stop wearing shorts until it's -20. You're built different? I'm not. This is like a fairly normal occurrence. How long would it take you to melt an Okinawa? Oh, immediately. I'm a delicate flower. Yeah. I finished my Tin Tree DM fan art. Yeah, so it was fun. I hadn't been skiing in Hokkaido before. I got to try, there is a, what's it called? Toba. Toba is a type of dried salmon from Hokkaido. And it's a very traditional one, a very traditional dried salmon that it is extremely fishy. It is very, very fishy. So it is a good drinking snack though. When we landed, I went to when we landed and we got to Niseko, there was a grocery store that the driver stopped by. And so I straight up, I went to the alcohol section of the grocery store and I bought, for the 2-night, 3-day period of time that we were gonna be there, I, bought 7 cans of alcohol. So we got to the resort at like 7 p.m. Had 2 drinks the rest of that evening. No, wait, I only had one. I only had one because we had dinner and I had a drink at dinner. So I only had 1 can. And then after I woke up, I had a morning beer because I'm going to go on the hill. Like, I'm skiing and I'm Canadian. So, like, gotta Gotta do that. So then I... when we found out that the training session was going to be later, though, our training wasn't until 1 o'clock for, like, the people that needed to learn how to ski, so I had another drink before then. And then I had another couple throughout the day, and then before leaving, because we had to check out, I had to make sure I didn't leave any cans in the... Small cans or tall cans? Both. Were the beers good? Yeah. I got, here, I do have some pictures. I did post on social, so I'm just gonna grab the ones that were from there so I can show y'all. But this was one of the ones I got. See? I got that one. That one was pretty good. But that view that you see, that is from the living room. No, this is from the kitchen section of our resort thingy that we stayed in.
Happy New Year, DM.
So that was one of them.
Wonderful 2026. Girldom bands.
I did take video that I'm gonna go try to edit through, but I really don't think it's gonna be a very good vlog. I will voice over it so that you can, so I can tell you about it, but I don't think it's gonna be very... It's definitely not going to be a very good vlog. It's going to be like a brain dump kind of vlog, I feel like.
Craft beer, girldom drink.
So I did take video on the way there, but on the way back, I took more photos. So this is from the rest stop from when we were driving back from Niseko. So this is actually, so the rest stop had 2 toilets. They had the overnight toilet, which is what this one was, and therefore it's not cleared. And then they have the daytime toilet, which was clear. Voiceover, you say, hi, Ben. The horror toilet! Well, the thing that I really loved about this one was that handprint there, there's no footsteps leading up to it. Like, that was what caught my attention and why I even took the picture in the first place. I saw that handprint. So I was like, ooh, photo opportunity. And then this is the one that a bunch of people liked. This is from the same rest stop. It's like to the left, but they had a bunch of vending machines there. And so I took this one. See any ghosts on your travels? I never get to see any ghosts on my travels. I try so hard. So this was the one that was just the vending machines that were at the rest stop. And I just thought it looked neat. So I put that one. And the bunch of people were asking me like what camera I was using for my photos, which made me feel very happy. But this is all just on my iPhone. This is all just on my iPhone, and then I did edit them to give the vibe that I was feeling when I took the picture, because when you take the picture and you look at it on the camera, it just doesn't work out sometimes. Like, this is to the right of the bathrooms, by the way. I do have a camera. I did not bring it on this trip because I traveled very light for this trip. I only packed enough to fill my carry-on, which I then packed into my regular suitcase. Why is there a ladder? I don't know. Probably to clear snow off the roof. But what you don't see is that this was the left side of the building that was not cleared. The right side of the building was fully cleared. So, like, a lot of it's framing, you know? And then this was also from the drive back. This was while we were about 45 minutes out from Sapporo Station from in here, I would say. Now, if you look at the top of the picture, you can see the reflections from the window because I took this from inside of the car when we were driving back. Looks abandoned with all that snow. What's a little bit hard to see is if you look at the very bottom of the post, you can see a tiny bit of yellow sticking out. That is the button for pressing the crosswalk button. So that's why I didn't, that's why I took the picture, because it has the don't cross, and it says that there's a button to use. That sign next to the person standing, it says that you have to push the button to cross. The button to cross is buried. So that was why I took that picture. I was just like, oh, this is funny. I don't think anybody's gonna notice this, but this is funny. And then let's see. There are a couple pictures that I did post out of order. So I will share which ones were actually in order. Actually, not too many were out of order. Okay. So I shared this picture. So this is actually from a bar. And these are a bunch of old tin toys, like antique tin toys. Some of them are more modern, I would say, though. I think, because you can still buy, like, up-to-date tin toys, right? It's actually from a bar that is a chain, because I've been to multiple versions of this bar. If you saw when I was talking about going to a bar with Octavio and Axel and Ruse, we actually went to one of these bars, but we went to the other one. So these are both the same bar. But they're different locations because it's a chain. And the chain is called Hanbei. And so the story behind this place, is that, so it is themed after like Showa era Japan. So the music that's playing is all old. You can order older traditional like snacks and stuff that you could get in Japan at that time period. So you can order frog legs. You can order like old-fashioned Japanese donuts, which are fried bread with a sugar and soybean flour topping or chocolate powder topping. Old like enka. Yep, they play enka music there. They have funny gimmick things. So they have, you can, what I did was they have luck-based drinks. So you choose what size of a drink you want, and all the sizes are named after like baseball terms. So I had a home run, which was the largest size cup that they have, and it's 900 yen. And you have they have these fortune-telling boxes you can do at shrines where you have this big box and you shake it until one stick falls out, and that stick tells you what your luck is. And based off of what your luck is, that determines how good the liquor is that they use for making your alcoholic drink. So like higher tier beers, higher tier whiskeys. So I got decent, like I got good luck. Not like best luck, but I got good luck. So the next highest for both of my rolls. So I had very nice whiskey soda. And it was really funny because everybody thought, we had a gyaru that was our waitress, and everybody thought she was super cute. So her name was Nene, and she had the long nails, and her hair was like bleach blonde, and the large like lashes and everything, and her hair tied back. So everybody was like, oh my god, we have such a cute waitress. And I was like, ah. Yep. A real gyaru. I thought that, no, there's still plenty of gyarus. So, like, she was definitely not like the over the top type because she was working, of course, but yeah, she's very sweet. And yeah, so these pictures are both from Hanbei, and went to Hanbei, and they have my favorite skewer, which is just like thick green onion cut into chunks and then grilled with a salt base seasoning. It's just like salt. It's my favorite drink snack. Let's see. This one is from an area near Shibuya that has a collection of like bars, and it has a bunch of signs that say that you can't go around the back unless you have a tour for it, but this was just along the pathway, so I took the picture there. Trashman, thank you. Were you the only one not into women in the group? Yes. Yes, I was. Did you speak Valley Girl Japanese to her? I did not. I was speaking normally. This one is also from Shibuya, but this is like the opposite side of where that other one was. This is along, they have the Sakura Gate area now, so this is the Sakura Gate side. And so the building on the right side has the Square Enix store in it. So this one was, it was like, I think sunset was around like 5 p.m. So this was like 4:30-ish. What are all those wires and pipes? Oh, on the left side picture, those are all just fire hazard cabling. There's a lot of that still in Japan in spots that haven't been updated. Like, if you look at a lot of older Japan pictures before they started migrating a bunch of their electrical underground, it was just, like, wires crisscrossing everywhere. Yep, all the photo editing was on my phone. Yep. And then this picture was, funnily enough, so this is kind of close to Harajuku. This is in the Omotesando area. So funnily enough, this is another picture that I took while I was inside another building. I ate at the building I was inside of, not the place across the street. Although the place across the street is well known for having omurice. But the place that, so me and Giri had our breakfast inside of this place, which we both had, I took video of the food. It was very nice. But yeah, they had like you can see on the left side that one yellow bar that's kind of sideways. Because that is from the lighting from the cafe that we were inside of. Because the only way to get this picture was through the glass door to the cafe that we were inside of. That was the only way for me to get this picture. So I didn't even catch that. Yeah, I'm pointing out the hidden things in the photography stuff. And then I also had to be a bit careful on the cropping. I wasn't able to crop it quite the way I wanted, because in this bottom right corner here, where you see the transition of the brick to the concrete, I wanted to keep those plants that were on the corner, but if I cropped it in further to hide the, you see that little corner piece there, the black with like the brown on there, that is the menu stand for the cafe we were in outside. At the very bottom right corner. I couldn't crop that out because it would ruin the crop for the plants. Me going through and being like, you see this part on the picture? This is the part that was the mistake. So there was that one. But that one I felt like definitely had very Ghibli vibes and such. When I edited the picture, I made sure that the colors were a lot like, they were very saturated but very light feeling. But you made it all look like framing. I did. And then here is a picture of food. So this picture, I went to Shimokitazawa with a friend of mine that I've known for a while. Not Jessie. I wasn't able to see Jessie this time, but I will see her the next trip I take. But this is soup curry. And soup curry, as it's said, is curry that's more soupy. This place is known for having 12 different vegetables in each serving. And then they have 21 total different veg that you can actually add to your soup curry. Is that cheese on top of the rice on the side? Yes, it is, because you also choose to have a side of rice with it, because you can't just have your curry soup. Oh, thank you, Vidad. Happy New Year for anybody that's having New Year's right now. And then I also have, those are 2 potato mochi fried bites that are also on there. So, is that red thing ginger? No, the red circle, that is daikon. There's 2 different types of daikon, which is a radish. There's white daikon and there's pink daikon. So that's pink daikon. So, and then I also had a chai at the top there. The rice looks yummy. It was very good. My friend and I both got with the cheese on top of our rice. And the top is carrot, or yeah, that's a little piece of, I think that's a little piece of bell pepper, not gonna lie. But yeah, my friend and I both had these, and this is the friend that I have tasked with shipping items to her place. Because she's a very good friend of mine, and I've known her for quite a while, and she lives and works in Japan full time. She's not a content creator, she's normie. This is vegetarian? Yep, that was the vegetarian one. They have a vegetarian curry base, which is the tomato one. But she pre-ordered my lighter for me, and it was a 6-month pre-order. So this is the official Final Fantasy XIV Zippo collab lighter with Horshafont's shield on it.
Fire Tools EP.
So I actually have 2 of them. Hi, Amber! I actually have 2 of them. So I have one to use and keep on me, and one to keep on display, just in case the one I keep to use ends up being confiscated for any reason. Can we hear it? Oh, I can go get it. I have it on my table because I was gonna take video of it. But there we are. So on the front of it, on the front of the lighter, it has the Horshafont shield. On the back of it, it just has the Final Fantasy XIV logo. But
Meow girldom band.
so that's the Horshafont lighter. It's the armor line set. Very fitting. So it has thicker metal than the other ones. So a lighter that went from the US to Japan to Canada? No. Oh wait, nope, yep, it definitely is. It says on the bottom, made in USA. So it was made in the States. Shipped out to Japan for exclusive Japan-only sales. And then to Canada. Even in the picture, oh yeah, it does say made in USA. Can the lighter stop beams of light? Well, it does have the break in Horchefant's shield on the front. Amazing. Welcome back home, Zippo. Welcome back to North America. But yes, I have my Horchefant Zippo now. I swear, Square Enix would make so much money if they had better merch. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But yes, I went to the Eorzea Cafe twice, by the way. So the day after we got back from Hokkaido, because we went in the evening. The day after we got back from Hokkaido, I booked myself the Eorzea Cafe first thing in the morning. Did you get the Thancred twice? No, this time I actually wound up getting coasters for friends. Because I already have the Thancred one and I have an Urianger one, so I got coasters for friends of mine to give them as souvenirs instead. So I had booked it just for myself, and then the later trip I went with Shoto and Yuzu. Because I wanted to be able to film while I was there. And let me tell you, so the Eorzea Cafe, when there's an event happening in Final Fantasy XIV, they have the event happen also at the cafe. The current event that was happening was the Starlight Celebration. So, the placemat, instead of being the standard Eorzea Cafe placemat, is Urianger with Moonbrita. And the themed drink, the text is kind of small. The themed drink for this collaboration cafe, well, not collab, but for the event cafe, is Urianger and Moonbrita. Literally named Urianger and Moonbrita. And the drink, because you can get the standard, just the Urianger drink. The Urianger and Moonbrita drink, half of the ingredients are the same ones that are in Urianger's standard drink. Hecked up and evil. Don't understand any of this, but it's okay. Did you get both then? I did have both of the drinks. I got, well, like both of the Starlight drinks I did have. I had the Starlight Sentinel Milk and I had the Urianger and Moonbrita. For those of you that don't understand what's happening and why I'm saying that this is messed up. So this picture here, for any regular viewer, it just looks like a date. A cute winter date. Right? The girl on the left died before she could communicate her feelings to the guy on the right. So this never happened, canonically, in the series. The guy was too involved in his studies and was under the assumption, because they were childhood friends, he was under the assumption that she was just going to, like, be a presence in his life forever. And she sacrifices herself and dies horribly, and it takes this man 4 expansions to get over it. Like, this happened in the base game. It wasn't until the expansion just before Dawn Trail that got resolved. He was chock full of trauma. He made a ton of bad decisions because of his trauma, okay? Reasonable crash out. And then every year, they have different illustrations for this event. And this year, they decided was twist the knife, because the summer event had Horchefant in it. Having a beach day. Like, they loved each other romantically, but they didn't get around to confessing their feelings because they was like, they just had this assumption of like, oh, like, we'll get there eventually, right? And then they died. The girl dies. Remember you posting that, I think? Yes. So that was when I got there and I was just like, man, this is messed up. Although I did have good luck during this this visit to the cafe because they have like every 2 hours they do a golden cacpot draw, and I did wind up winning the placemat. So there's a special cacpot draw placemat that you can get. So I got that one. Was there a Final Fantasy XIV event going on? No, this is just from the cafe. This is from the Final Fantasy XIV cafe, which is a permanent establishment. While I was there, the Final Fantasy XIV goods store opened. There's a pop-up shop that is all just Final Fantasy XIV stuff. Now, let me tell you something. I told 2 friends that I knew were also in Japan at the time about it opening. I did not have the time to wait in line because both of them sent me pictures and said, holy crap, look at this lineup. I did not have time for that. Both of these lads waited in line for 2 hours to go through this shop, and the Final Fantasy XIV pop-up store, which will be open for like more than a year, so it's more like a long-term pop-up. All of the merch there, save for 3 items, you can just get at the Square Enix store and the Final Fantasy XIV cafe. The things that were new were, if you really like the Starlight Festival, you could get the mug. And you could get, yeah, you could get the mug, and you could get a towel that had the mug art on it. Yeah. So not very special. The mugs are cute. Only 3 exclusives? Depends on what it is. It was the mug. The mug doesn't even have anything that's like any of the characters really on it either. So I was just kind of laughing because I was worried. I was kind of like, dang, I really hope if they have some stuff that I could like, dang, I really hope I don't miss stuff. I didn't miss anything. No, Matt, they only had the one, like, mug that Moon Britta is holding in the picture. Did they say there's exclusive merch? Yes. From my understanding, they didn't have enough space in the Akihabara Eorzea Cafe for merch because it's shared with Grand Blue, so they opened it there since there was always it was already with Square Enix merch. Yeah, I can see that, but yeah. So yeah, I didn't go. Now that they have like an established location, and I think it is a pop-up because it says it's in collaboration with another cafe. So temporary exclusive, it's the Starlight mug, a pillow, and they are adding it to the online store too. Yeah. But it was just like Square Enix. They could have been making buku bucks. That's all I'm saying. They could have made buku bucks if they would have had like exclusive, more than 3 items, exclusive stuff in the store, because a lot of places do that. A lot of places have this as an exclusive that you can only get here, and Japan is well known for exclusive that can only be here. So it's just like, head scratch. Now you don't feel so bad about missing it? I don't. And the next trip I take, I'm hoping that they'll have some new exclusive stuff. They did it for you. I just heard Screw Enix. There is a very... Here, let me... Let me show you a clip that accurately reflects feelings about Square Enix, said by Yoko Taro himself. Okay? Wait until after he says the t-shirt. After that part. There's a line that he says that accurately reflects. It's very short video. And then we also have Yup, real. Hey, Yoko Taro said it, not me. What was that? That's Yoko Taro, creator of the Nier games. I would be giving money to Square Enix, hand over fist, if they gave me more Horchefant stuff. Classic Yoko Taro, yep. Like, I do have the Hythlodaeus perfume on pre-order to my friend that ordered the Horchefant Zippo for me. Because, like, Japan exclusive, but this is only through the Isetan department store. Like...
Welcome home, DM. Happy
like,
New Year.
Square Enix, what is this? The... Zippo. Official collab merch. Only purchasable through the Isetan department store in Japan. I got 2 Zippos, yes. I got one to keep with me and one to keep at home. How many hours have you played with your new lighter? Not too many hours because I didn't want to get it confiscated. Because it's a the reason why they can't ship it overseas is because it's a lighter, so I brought it myself. Yeah. Can you do Zippo tricks? Not yet. I do need to load, I need to get fuel for this one so I can load it. Did you find the Thancred frame magnet? Yes. I also got, so they have the set... I got the volume 1 because they restocked those. The last time I was there, they didn't have the volume 1 framed portrait magnets. And I unboxed Sir Aymeric and Horchefant. So I now have Thancred, I have Urianger, I have Aymeric, and I have Horchefant now for the magnets. I meant the big ones? Oh, no, not the big ones. The ones like the in-game portraits? No, I don't have those ones. No space. No space. Let's see. Sharing more pictures. So this was after dinner. So I went to Einsolf with the VTubers. Einsolf is a vegan restaurant chain, which I love to death. And so we wound up going there and ordering way too much food, but it was delicious. It was great. I've been on that street. Have you? So, I walked from Ikebukuro to Shibuya. Oh. Einsolf. Because you can walk there. It's a really short walk. It was like 30 minutes. And I also walked from Harajuku to Shibuya, which is also not that long of a walk. But this evening was the evening that I had this drink, which I posted later. But this is a fancy old-fashioned that was from a whiskey bar that was almost impossible to find. Because it was not listed outside anywhere. So I had looked up to see about like high quality whiskey bars because I was with a friend. And this one was on the 3rd floor of a building that was all like, there was a darts bar, there were drinking establishments, there were a bunch of stuff. It was on the 3rd floor. And there is a big hammered copper door that looks like it's just a wall. So the only reason I knew that that was actually the door was because on the Google listing for it, I saw a picture of the door and I was like, oh, that might be from behind there. So I pushed on the door and it opened, and it was a very small place. They had seats for 4 at the bar, and then a little table that also sat 4, and then a small table that sat 2. Sounds a bit like a speakeasy. Yeah, a bit like a speakeasy, not a true speakeasy because it wasn't like technically hidden. There weren't any passageways or secrets that you had to do to get in there. It was just skills of observation. But yeah, the little leaf on top of that is a matcha cookie. So each of the cocktails came with a different type of cookie, and all of them were in leaf shapes, and they were all very delicate and cute. And yeah, I had whiskey with my friend. We had a good number of whiskey drinks and chats, which was nice. For a lot of this trip, I wound up like splitting off on my own because we were doing Secret Santa and I wanted to make sure I could get gifts for people, but I didn't want to leak what the gifts were to the people. So that is my...
Were there any cider drinks?
Any cider drinks? No, we didn't drink cider drinks. We only drank the whiskey drinks. What's your favorite version of Thancred? You know that frame when everybody thought he was dead in the cutscene in Shadowbringers? And then this was from me walking back to Shibuya Station. Happy New Year, Locke! Also RV and Adele and Peanut. I know I've fallen behind. Ember, Nope, Logic Ninja, Peachy, Twitchy, Kark, Calafia, Zunji Centennial Sharon, Ninja Snail, All No Andrew Shira, Nah, Three Face Liar, Brave Little Taylor, Kythoria and Joe, Brave Little Taylor, Avala, Sunny Day, Hongosty, Tanis, and Grilled Cheese Ventropy. Okay, I think I've caught up on you. Thank you very much for the subs, resubs, and gift subs and bits. Yay! Saw literally none of your posts on Blue Sky because it wouldn't show them. That's weird, RV. It should show them. Is your native language English? Because that's the only thing is sometimes it won't show posts if it doesn't think that's your native language. Yeah, so this is just rainy.
Time to fall behind
rainy
again.
Shibuya. After drinking. Yep, I don't know. There are lists, yeah. Blue Dude, thank you very much for 52 months. Thank you. But yeah, this one I liked a lot. But also, I was very tipsy. I was very tipsy when I took this picture. And I was really proud of it. You, tipsy? Yeah, because I think me and my friend had like 5 cocktails in just under 2 hours. I think we were there for like an hour and a half. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. Which season of Japan when you visited? Winter. Drunk picture comes out good. Nope, not drunk. Very tipsy. In the bar getting tipsy. Yep. Yep, so this was... I'm saying that just tipsy because there was nothing... I was not inhibited for any fine motor control. How's drunk different from tipsy? Tipsy, you can feel like... For me, what I categorize as tipsy is when you have enough alcohol that you can tell that you've had alcohol and your mood is improved. Drunk is when you start to get clumsy. So like, if you're tipsy, you can still talk fine. You're not gonna have a hard time speaking. You're not going to like stumble or not be able to walk in a straight line. I can still walk in a straight line and be completely fine. Drunk, starting to lose control and not noticing it. Yeah. And this is also on the iPhone again. This is all iPhone. Did you go to the most peak bar in Ikebukuro? I actually didn't go to Ikebukuro this time. I didn't actually go to too many locations this time. The Muscle Girl bar? No. Muscle Girl bar is not for me. There's the Muscle Guy bar, but that's also just like, not for me either. You feel smooth when tipsy. Drunk, you're using tank controls. I wouldn't even say like tank controls for drunk. I would just say that if you stand up quickly and you kind of have to go like, oh, whoa, because you're like going off balance, I would constitute as you are drunk. Like if you can stand up, if you can do calculations fine, if you can like get your directions fine, know where you're going fine, you have no kind of like mental fuzz or anything, but you still can tell that you've had alcohol and you have like kind of a buzzy feeling, that is what I consider to be tipsy. Tipsy, you can tell. Drunk, everyone can tell generally. Yeah. You want the bar with alcoholic guys in their 30s as the servers? Yeah, that's why I go to fancy whiskey bars. That's why you go to the nice whiskey bars. That's the type of people that are there. You're either gonna have like this really old guy or you're gonna have this guy that turns to making fancy drinks because that's the only way that he can make it through life. And you're just like, hell yeah. Hi, Wito. Don't worry. I'll open Noita soon and then I can open Q&As. Now, here's the contentious photo that I posted this and a bunch of people are like, ooh, who are you going with? And I'm just like, can you guys not see the storytelling in the picture? Because the story ain't about me here. So this very moody photo is of a love hotel. It's about the umbrella. It's about the umbrella. The environmental storytelling is what it is. This was after, so Numi and I, on the last evening that we were in Japan, she wanted to go get drinks with me, and we stopped in Shinsen, which has a bar that does cocktails that are based off of your birthstone. Yeah, your birthstone. And then also they have fruit cocktails that are based on what's seasonal. They discarded it because they were in a hurry. I would like you to look at the state which the umbrella is in. What's a birthstone? For every month, there is an associated birthstone that goes with it. So, for example, my birthday is August, so my birthstone is Peridot. And Peridot is kind of a light green stone. It got typhooned. Yeah. So the cocktail for the August birthstone was kind of like a light green color. Was the weather that bad when you're there? No, it was a little bit windy in some parts, but not enough to destroy an umbrella to that degree. But just like the umbrella just haphazardly destroyed and discarded off to the side in conjunction with the Love Hotel having the prices right there on a side street that's completely empty after it's rained. Like, environmental storytelling. Like, the only reason I took this picture was because while we were walking to get to where the taxi was going to pick us up, littering is very rare in Japan, right? So I took the picture because I was just like, dang. Are these on your Twitter? Yeah, they're on my Twitter and on my Blue Sky as well. So, like, the streets being completely pristine, save for this tattered umbrella that's just been haphazardly discarded. Rain still on it, you know? No, I wouldn't say that, Jay. I would say that this picture's more sad, of all things, especially if you know about, like, a lot of, like, the loneliness culture in Japan and love hotel culture in Japan as well. Wouldn't recognize love hotel as such. The detail for that to indicate that it is a love hotel is that there's a different price for rest and stay. There's a culture around it? Yes. So yeah, very melancholic. So I saw the thing and I was just like, dang, I need to get a picture of this. But then there were people being like, ooh, love hotel. And I was like, that's okay. All right. Interesting topic to join to. Love hotel culture better than utter loneliness? Is it better to exchange money for an evening? Is it more lonely to know that the reason why you're having that night is because you're paying for it? I'm sure we can solve the ethics of this in a Twitch chat. That's a hypothetical question. That's a hypothetical question. Rather be alone than transactional? Yeah, so that's a loaded question, especially, I think in context culturally and historically, it does require a bit more when it comes to like culture and history studies in order to make an assessment on that. But I will say that the reason why I took that picture was because it was very melancholic. That stuff legal there? Yes and no. Do you have any street food in Japan? Not this time. There weren't really any like cafes or stuff. But this picture was the last picture, well, second to last picture. I edited one of them, but I didn't upload it yet. But this is Harajuku. So these are the train station gates directly in front of Takeshita Street, which is the one that when you see pictures of Harajuku, it's like super duper packed and there's always tons of people standing there. And so the reason I took this picture is because it's empty. What is Super Beaver? I think Super Beaver is a music group. So we went to my favorite restaurant, which I ended up going to twice. I went there with Coffee. She's a pink VTuber cat who's also in Japan at the same time. Went there with Coffee, and we went to, there's an okonomiyaki restaurant that is in the back of an open air art gallery that is inside of an old apartment complex called Design Festa. So I did take some video of that, so hopefully I'll be able to edit it together into something that's cohesive and explaining a bit. But yeah, it's called Sakurate. And I really like that place. It's a very, usually if you need seating, if you need to sit down and have multiple people at a restaurant with short notice and you're in Tokyo, Sakurate. Sakurate. And then this is the only shrine I managed to get to this time. This is Omiya Hachiman, which is the third largest shrine in Tokyo. And these are... You can do the lucky... Like, this is like a fortune-telling kind of thing, but if you get poor luck or that there's something that's unlucky in the prediction, you hang it up at the shrine or tie it up at the shrine to have the monks get rid of that unluckiness. Michi was showing off all these in the clip I watched. Yeah! Fortune fans are so cool. Did you get one? I did. I got bad luck. I think mine is in the lower right-hand side. It's this one right here. Yeah, I got bad luck, so I was like, Who writes the fortunes in the first place? I don't know. Bad luck, perfect for the new year, yeah. What did the bad luck say? Oh, it was a bunch of stuff. It was like, you have a lot of dreams. You're not going to achieve many of them this year. Your health is not going to be good. Your house is not going to be good. Just like a bunch of them. I was just like, I'm just going to hang this up here. This sucks. But the funny thing is, there were a couple that were up here that were actually for like good luck. And it's because people will even hang ones up that say good luck, because if there's bad luck in what, even the good luck ones have bad luck notes. So if you have bad luck on something that's really important to you, then you're like, I'm gonna hang this up. But yeah, I think one of the things with my pictures is that I try to not have people in them because I feel bad. I feel bad if there's people in my photos because they didn't consent to have their picture taken. Right? So like, I avoid having people in my pictures. Which then makes my pictures look way more liminal, especially if it's something that's in Tokyo. Because when people think of Tokyo, they think of like, oh, Shibuya Crossing, the world's most busy crosswalk, and a whole bunch of stuff, and like, photo culture in general, right? And so I just like, all of my pictures, I make sure that they don't have people in them. Or I try to blur them out, or I make sure that there's like not too much visible, right? So yeah, that's a... Do you AI scrub your pictures of people? I do not. If there is a person that is present in it and I catch it before I post it, or I think it's edited enough that it doesn't actually represent what that person truly looks like. So like the Shibuya picture does have one person's face in it. However, because of the editing that I did to it, it did a lot more for detail than it would have been. So it doesn't accurately look like that person anymore due to the distortion of the camera. So that one I don't mind, but everyone else I'll just do a blur over it. Yep. But now it's time for actual Noita, because I said I would play Noita, so we're gonna play Noita. DM so thoughtful. Well, I'm very empathetic. Happy New Year, Polly! Thank you for 5 months. Noita! Yeah, no streamer mode yet. I gotta have my little warm-up round. An empath even. Yeah, like I don't like... That's why I don't like do React content stuff either unless I have like full permission. Oh, disable the mod and start a new game. Okay, fine. Let's turn off that. And then... It's gonna keep having that if I don't do that. Did you know Shadowverse is doing a Freerun collab? I am aware. We need to normalize the novelty of navigating Noita during New Year's. True. Thank you, Jay. Also, Miss Witch, thank you. Your tweets? Nah, I already made a tweet yesterday saying that it would be like a shorter stream. It's okay if this one's not too much back. This one's not like full effort. Full effort's going to be 2026. Oh, I don't hear the game. Oh, I see why. There we go. The reason why, what I got for the exchange gifts. What I got for the exchange gifts. So pretty much what Numi did, Numi was my secret Santa. So she was the one that had the gifts for me. When we went to the Square Enix store, she essentially just followed me around and anything I put down, she bought. So, because when I'm shopping, like on the Japan trips, I usually do not buy too much stuff because I like to travel lighter. My luggage that I use is actually just a medium-sized luggage. It's just barely large enough that I can fit my carry-on into my luggage and have like pretty much no additional space. She handed you a giant bag of stuff? Pretty much, it was huge. But yeah, so I make sure that my luggage is just very limited because I want to make sure that I can get everything across because I usually will take the train. Like, a lot of people in the groups that I do travel with tend to prefer taking taxis. But I don't really, oh boy, I don't really like taxis. I'm like, we're in Japan. This is like one of the best transit systems in the world. I'm gonna use the transit system. So, still feel a little bad about the size of the wolf, even if that was pre-approved. I barely managed to get that back, Izzy. But I did plan, like, for enough stuff that it wound up working out. So it was okay. Ow. Ow, that hurts! Oh, I shouldn't have gone that close. Well, I was trying to shoot it. Well, this is fine. Warm up game. It's been a while since I played video games. So yeah, I have from Numi's Secret Santa stuff to me. I have Hythlodaeus' mask. I have a Chocobo bowl. I have a blue carbuncle bowl. I have a monk jobstone keychain. I just have like a bunch of stuff. Oh, nothing in here? Really? That's so unlucky. Oh, that's so unlucky. I took so much damage for no reason. Okay. I have a art book that's from Torch, from one of the concept artists that did a lot of the environmental work. So that was good. Any Thancred? So I bought myself all the Thancred stuff. Numi said it was really frustrating because she kept on like following behind and then I would pick stuff up because they have the new acrylic standees, right? So I went and grabbed a bunch of acrylic standees. So I have Erinville, Hythlodaeus, Hades, Thancred. Yeah, I think I only have the 4 of them. But yeah, I have like a bunch of standees. And she was like, dang it. And then they have these room scent, aromatherapy room scent thingies that are themed after all of the cities. And I didn't like any of them. So like Numi was asking me questions about them and like what I thought of the scents and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but like this is my favorite one, but I just don't like how it smells. Was DM in trouble for not going home in so long? No, not too much trouble. Did get a couple offhanded comments about maybe this year I'll want to spend time with family. All the cities are just the starter cities? No, like they had they didn't have Dawntrail. No, wait, they did have Dawntrail. They had Triolo. No, they didn't have Dawntrail, sorry. They had up to Shadowbringers. If they would have had an Elpis one, I probably would have taken an Elpis room scent. They had an Ishgard one. It smelled very Ishgardy, which is very accurate, but not my favorite. They also had, oh gosh, what's the name of the place that has the mule? They had a room scent of that, which was wild. It's like cannibalism city, guys. Is there a Yulmore? Yes, Yulmore. They had a Yulmore scent. Is there a Final Fantasy theme park in Japan? No, there is not, but they have had collaborations for things. I only have 100 gold. I only have 100 gold. I don't like this. What would that smell like, I wonder? It smelled very, oh boy. Oh, 11 HP in a dream. Okay. It smelled very, what would be a word I would use to describe the scent that it had? It was very perfumey. It smelled very, like, rich people coated. For some reason, I thought this was only gonna be on YouTube. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Well. Banana Man, I almost died! Why was I even lit on fire there? Played any Expedition 33 over the break? Well, I was planning to play it on my flight, but then I made friends with the Deer and Grey fangirl. So that didn't happen. Please, I literally, I just want this wand. Don't look at us for not voting! Uh-huh. Ooh, wait, this is super worth, actually. 52. The recharge time is dog water, though. How's the Noita-ing? Well, I've got $110 and 6 HP, so, we're gonna see if I can actually make it back alive. Did you get the peak editing started? I was planning to do that on my flight, and then I had the Deer and Grey girl. And then my flight back, I was, very tired. So I didn't do that either. Oh boy. Okay. I got the Arcadian thing. No, okay. They did have, at the Square Enix store, they do have the hair clip for the come back to life thingy. And I know what the Arcadian is. I know what it is. That's Furry Fight Club. I don't know any of the lore behind it, which is fine. But, like, inevitably, because I follow people, it's gonna come up on my feed. The regulator? Yeah! Well. I really wish I could- oh, I don't have... No! Oh, that's bad. Okay. You know what? Not a lot of money, but it's more important. It's all Ben's fault! You know what? We'll blame everything about the Arcadian as Ben's fault. Yes. Thank you, the 5 gifted banana hand. Also, Luna, thank you for 56 months. I can't believe Ben would do this. Spoil everything about the Arcadian. That's actually hecked up and evil. 165. I can't afford any of these. Oh, and there's a zip zap. Man. Man. Electricity, faster projectiles, fire immunity. Just want to say, swing and say welcome back and vibe. I know. Help, help, I'm being bullied. How is bullying on the internet even real? Just close your eyes, Lamau. First time getting to be here. Hope your holidays were great, DM. Thank you. Fellow Canadians unite. Yeah, that's me. Just turn off the Wi-Fi. That's a really good perk pull. It is a really good perk pull. It's just I wish I would have had enough money for that. Like 40 gold off. Zip Zap would have been nice. That's what I would do. Read above. You can, in the Ori, use the saws to damage the Holy Mountain. And then kill Steve. Kill Steve for gold, he says. Can... the disc projectiles damage? Saw blades dig slightly? First time I'm seeing your avatar looks great. When'd you get it? November 2024? 2023? It's stupid slow though. That digs? I don't... medium saws dig. I don't have medium saws. I only have little baby saws. I don't think there's anything to do. I'm blind. It's okay. Only ones should work. Here, I'm going to, before, there's going to be an ad break briefly anyways. Fire immune and bug out, I guess? Yeah, I'd say it's an above average saw. Hang on, I'm gonna go and take my sludge so that I can rinse it out so it doesn't smell like evil death. I think I need to check. I need to dissect my Roomba because I don't think it's sucking. Well, it's sucking, but like not sucking. That's the problem. Still waiting for Savage, but Arcadian's probably my favorite series of the game now. I've heard a lot of stuff about Arcadian. Too much cat hair? Might be. Hi, Whiskey. You can go back to bed. You can lay down. It's okay. Oh, scratches. Scratches. Keyboard is literally broken, which doesn't help. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see here. What do we have? 0.3, 0.23, 190, 52. 3 spells per cast. Shuffle, yes. Happy New Year! For everybody that's gotten their New Year's, Happy New Year. I still have 11 and a half hours to go. Like, I feel like this is not really... Like, Bubble Spark with Trigger is not really good. Whiskey, do not. Did the Cat Hotel try to fight you for whiskey? Not this time, thankfully. Welcome back, thank you. I am back. Also, good news, everyone. The editing for my Lies of P DLC videos is completed, so there will be more. VTubers can't count, it's 10 and a half. I'm talking Pacific! I think I just have to Bubble Spark it. Not gonna lie. Bricky! Hello! Oh my god, Whiskey! My cat just knocked over my monitor, thank you. Okay, go. Go, away with it. Hello! Welcome! Hi, Ricky! Oh my god. Hang on a minute, I gotta fix... Oh, lordy. Give me a second. I'm here, guys. Just give me a minute. How did he even do that? My cat is talented. That wasn't even the angle it was at before. How did... Buddy, what did you do? How did... Well, I don't know how I did it. There we go. Okay. Buddy! There we go, okay. What did Bricky do? He raided me, which triggered my cat into knocking over a monitor. And now my cat is like, oh, can you let me back on your lap? No, you freak! You made your choice! Blame Ben. We can't blame Ben, we're blaming Bricky. Another person whose name starts with B. Okay. Unfortunately, I took a ton of damage because I stood in front of an explosive on the first level, so I didn't have money. So, unfortunately, I have to just continue on with the wands that I have because I don't think these ones are much better. Like, this one has more mana. I mean, I can keep doing that. How is Bricky stream, Bricky chat, if you're still here? Unless you've been scared away. I can scare you away if you'd like me to. I can talk about tree pregnant. Was fun? Nice. Was he just chatting or did he play video games? Rated ME characters. Oh, Mass Effect! Okay. Don't you have to explain tree pregnant on Bricky's stream? Did he hit that tier? That was like a stretch goal for his brickathon. Oh, he did? Oh! Oh! Okay, hang on. Shall I message you some other time for that? Okay, good. All right. Let me know because I will need to prep a slideshow. Because there's a lot of characters involved. Well, not a lot of characters, but there's a lot of stuff involved, so I'll have to go a little bit back and forth on that. Oh, I'm excited! I have something to look forward to at the start of the year! Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna go full effort to explain tree pregnant. Oh dear. Also, Bricky, I need to re-challenge you to Commander. Because I've practiced my deck more, and I know how to play it now. Alright? I know how to play my deck now! And the first step involves making sure I actually have enough mana. I've learned how to hold mana, I have. What's the commander? Xenos. Did you get to play in Japan? No, I got to play, with some friends in November when I was away. Xenos? Yep. It's a mono black Xenos deck. Lots of mana for DM? No, I pretty much need, like, enough to summon Xenos, and then I have enough to do anything. Needs mana for murder spells? Not so much for murder spells. It needs mana so I can get a couple of specific cards that I can use. Yeah, I think I pretty much just have to go with this. I do have the Magma Rock. I don't think there's really much I can do here. So we'll just go for the next one. Hopefully there's something good in the coal pits. Ooh. Why isn't this exploding? I heard on the Twitch one you have your eyes on Riftbound. I do have, I have a wrist. Oh, yep. There's a trick. There's a bomb. And that is why you don't just walk up and open chests. I do have a Riftbound deck, just so that I can play with friends, and then also just, I will say, though... Uh-oh. I will say, though, I think Riot needs to do a better job of figuring out their wording. Because... there are some issues with the wording that they have on the cards. I also don't like card games that put things into first-person, like, text. Like, I think it's one of Ari's spell cards makes it seem like it's a lot stronger than it is, but the actual effect is a lot weaker than it should be. So that about that sad sponsored Shadowverse. Okay, let me tell you, this is what 2026 is gonna hold, okay? Okay? Undertale. If Undertale does not tick me off, Deltarune, Dark Souls 2, maybe Warframe. Oh, I'm fire immune. Oh, I forgot. I'm immune to fire. Okay, so this game, you are a witch, you are spelunking, and the objective is to get to the bottom and eat salt and fight giant spiders. Anyways, the core gameplay comes from figuring out how to build wands. Which, takes time, effort, and practice or wote. It is a rogue-like, not a rogue-lite, in that, in general, you don't get stronger from progression. The things that you can unlock through progression and doing quests are additional spells that you can use. However, those are, yet again, ones that you're gonna have to randomly encounter in the wild. And then, hope for the best. Can you stop throwing stuff? God. If you're playing Warframe, I would suggest restricting gifts. Okay, I gotta wait for that to stop. That looks like that's a multicast wand. You said you're fire immune, by the way? I am fire immune. I was taking damage from stuff. What was that? That was an Eldritch Portal. "19 charge speed is right. Okay, so this is a wand. This is a wand. And so wands have different stats. So shuffle means that it will shuffle the spells in random order. You want non-shuffle ones so that you can build wands that will explode things. Like, I built a wand that would cast a projectile, and anything that was around that projectile when it ended would turn into pee and die, like actual urine, because you can turn stuff into urine. Shorts Rose, thanks for the 10 gifted. However, I died that run because I encountered something that reflected the projectile, and my projectile hit me, and I turned into pee and died. I've had wands before that allow you to cast nukes infinitely, but those are only really good if you have explosion immunity. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Made sense to me, I just don't have an answer. So the difference between like roguelike and roguelite in very base terms, I'm not gonna get into super detail on stuff, but in general, a roguelike game, like the game Rogue, when you die, it doesn't really have like progression that stays unlocked. So for example, you play Hades, every run that you have is going to be a new experience and then new randomized weaponry and stuff. However, you have upgrades that are permanent that stick around. For Noita, the upgrades are not permanent. The only things that are permanent are the spells that you unlock when you do additional quests. So when you die, everything is reset back to zero. It doesn't matter how good your build was or anything, you have to go back to the RNG gods and hope that they are appeased this time. God damn, that was not a good spot for me to jump down to. If there's a permanent progression roguelike, yeah. So if you unlock stuff and it continues to like improve things, I would say that's rogue light. And then like with a KE means that zero strength progression, essentially. Is there a spell for turning stuff into ambrosia? Totally Ninja says no, only basic stuff like water or oil. However, I'm going to counter you. And I am going to say that if you luckily wind up having a run where you've consumed enough mushrooms to cause stuff to happen, I would say that if you do luck out with having the additional materials to make ambrosia... God, stop shooting me! Because I don't know if there's anything that's impossible for mushrooms to convert. Yeah, but I think Noita would be fun. I do have a Trinity Prime. Not Noita, Warframe. I used to play. There was a time period when I was trying to be different from my family, and I was like, I know we have a family World of Warcraft subscription, but I want to be King of the Pirates, and I decided that I was going to try out all the free-to-play types of MMO types of games. So I do have some stuff back during that time frame when I played. This is gonna be impossible. Queen of the Pirates! What all have you tried? I don't even remember. I had a period of time that like every week I would install a new free-to-play MMO, which was probably why I had to reformat my computer a couple of times. I can't gift subs? Oh, weird. Quality of life for Warframe has skyrocketed. When I played it, it was still low quality of life. I'm guessing it was probably around 2016, because that's also when I was playing, that's when I tried playing Final Fantasy XIV for the first time. and then I kind of fell off it, but that was before they reworked the Realm Reborn quest lines, even then they're still absolute dog water. Do I really like the game now? Yes, I do. Do I treasure the storyline stuff that's happened? Yes, I do. Are there still terrible critical flaws to it because it's a JRPG and relies on people being extremely stupid for any story progression to happen? Correct! You played Duviri, though. Yes, I did play Duviri. Duviri was because I got contacted and they were like, hey, would you like to, we see you play roguelikes and stuff, would you like to play Duviri Paradox? And I was like, ooh, this seems cool. So I did play it during then. But when I logged into my old account, because I did log into my old one, y'all could see which frames that I had. Oh, I'm immune to fire. I keep being scared of fire, but I don't need to be scared of fire because I'm immune. Gwen is immune. What do we have? Fire bombs and a linear arc. Still better than a lot of other things on here, but I just want a zip zap wand because zip zap would actually like be okay. Will I be streaming tomorrow? I have. I don't want to fight this thing actually. I have New Year's party with friends, so I don't know if I'm gonna be alive tomorrow. If I'm not dead, maybe, but I might just take a day to relish in existence, so we're gonna see. I might need a recovery day, all right? I am still, this is probably the worst jet lag that I've had in a while as well, because always for me coming back from a country is rough, but I flew directly back from Japan to my family's house. And it's in an area that's like pretty noisy, and having all the additional sounds of like family members and such being around is also pretty noisy. So, and not having my own bed and bedroom anymore makes it difficult for sleep. So I was not sleeping super well. And I also made the critical error of not packing enough of my, I am insomniac at times, so I have an over-the-counter sleep medicine that I usually use if I go on, like... If I wind up having 3 weeks of not being able to sleep through a night completely, I do take sleep aid until that's, like, fixed up. Okay. So I didn't have sleep aid. So, that made things difficult. So I haven't been able to actually fully sleep through the night for a bit. Until I got back to my place, and I've only had 2 nights back at my place so far, so... Okay, you know what? Fine, fine, fine. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I've got 25 HP. I understand. I'm gone. Is it an extended family Christmas for the DM family or just parents and siblings? Extended. I had, my auntie and some cousins came. So the DM in your name, are you a DM like a TTRPG game master? Nope, the DM in my name is direct message. Plasma beam, there is a plasma beam. Or digital monster, district manager. Also, Eric, thanks for 51 months, thank you. Thoughts on Skong DLC on the horizon? The ugly laugh I had when my quote tweet took off. Welcome back. Hi, Rama. Oh, Rama. Rama, do you have the thing? The box? Do you have the box thing? What was the tweet? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't expect someone's name to be a direct message. That is true. Agent Ink merch just came in the mail for me. Yay! Enjoy! Let me find the quote tweet. There, I made a screenshot of it. Let's see. Will let me paste it? No, dang it. Okay, I have to go to my screenshots. I immediately thought of you when I saw the DLC dropped and I laughed. Oh, this is gonna be really funny. This was my tweet that I made when I saw that the DLC was announced. There you go. I'm back in the building again. 4 days was all it took. For real, 4 days. And then they announced that. So yeah, I poorly aged tweets for real. I will play the DLC, yes. Will I be happy about it? No. They waited explicitly for you to finish. I feel like that this was definitely targeted. More soup. Yep. Want to know something crazy? So yesterday, I was going outside just for a walk, take a little walk around, okay? And I'm a bit nosy, okay? But I'm not nosy in the way that, like, I'll directly go and investigate stuff. I'm nosy in the way that if somebody has, like, the blinds open on their window, and I look in and I can see inside, I will look. I'm not gonna go up to their window and be all creepy about it, but I will look, and if I can see what's on the TV, I'll see what's on the TV, okay? The neighbor was playing Silk Song! They were in the clockwork platforming section. Taunting you. I know. I was just like, dang. This truly was a Silk Song. Maybe I should buy plasma cutter. Cardinal diagonal lines. Triple scatter's always good. I don't like floating arc. I'm gonna feed the fish. I think Wode's asleep by now. New neighbor in the do not interact list. I did briefly consider writing a note and taping it to their door. But then when I came back from the walk, the window was closed, so I was like, maybe they didn't intend for people to witness them. 7, 5, 1, 2, 3. If only this was faster. Take it, Whiskey's fine? Oh yeah, he's great. They probably were crashing out and didn't want the world to see. That's possible. Don't leave your Silk Song unattended. DM will unsilk your song. I will. I feel like this would be better if I could The problem is that Bubble Spark with Trigger is just absolutely dog water because of how, like, inaccurate it is. Ah! I killed my fish! Quote. Quote, there's no vote for me. This is voteless. Dead run, fish dead, run's cursed. It is cursed, it's been cursed. I didn't mean to kill the fish. Trick blood money. Enemy radar might be helpful. All shuffle wands. Yeah, I mean, I have one reroll. But as far as options go here, like, Bubble Spark with Trigger is Bubble Spark's just way too unreliable. Oh, I did catch up on a bunch of manhwa. So there were several series that did finish. Trigger Horizontal Splitter. On shuffle? Like actual finish? Yeah, like actually finished. Hope you had a nice Japan trip. I did, Jesse. Would have been nicer if I saw you. I was busy. Souls creators being... I think that was just Soul Slice creators being Soul Slice creators, Kite. My next trip, I'm gonna kidnap Jesse and we're gonna go on a day trip together. Or maybe even an overnight trip. Can't dig with this though. Yeah. How many times has she died? I haven't died yet on this run. Got close. Here, let me check through the series that completed. Jesse, Fake Boy got auto-corrected. It was unintentional. Okay, ones that completed. Okay, so I became the Tyrant's Dishonest Advisor has completed. They're just having the post chapters. Kill This Marriage is completed now. Let's see. There's a bunch of them that I've been like, let's see, recent. None of those ones on that app. Waiting for the baby to rev up for the day. Yay! Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Kotoshi mo yoroshiku onegai shimasu, Jesse. Welcome back from the woods. Thank you, Nikki. For some reason, Yodel got auto-modded. Let's see. Current reads. Oh, Silver Tree just came back off of hiatus. I did start reading one that's called My Childhood Friends Are Trying to Kill Me. That's not completed, but that one's pretty good. William of the Wardrobe is probably like 2 episodes away from being completed. About the Tree Doctor one, that one is on hiatus currently because it was the end of season, so it hasn't continued yet. So that one is still not up. Oh, Dealing with Demons is complete. Dealing with Demons is really good. Something into Japanese autocorrect. No, it wasn't actually something inappropriate. It just said, yodel. It highlighted yodel and said that yodel was bad. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Let's see, recent. And then... I caught up on 7th Times the Charm. That one's not completed. Villains Are Destined to Die is in the finale times. So it's gonna be done soon. Uh-oh. Season 5 Part 2. Okay, yeah, there's a brief hiatus and then Season 5 Part 2 is gonna continue, which is just like, let's see. None of those ones. I think there were a couple that were on Webtoon that completed. Hang on a sec. I have a recommendation. Stuck on an Island with Remote Island with the Male Leads. I have read that one. It is a bit too clicky for me at times. Oh, For My Derelict Favorite has completed. Duchess in Ruins is still going. To Die or to Fall in Love is still going. From a Knight to a Lady completed. The Spark in Your Eyes is now in the epilogue, which that one's really, really good. Our Guild's Idol had the Season 1 finale, which was good. This Wasn't in My Adoption Plan also got to the Season 1 finale. Trapped in a Soap Opera is completed. So yeah, there's quite a few of them that ended up finishing up. I've been enjoying Duchess in Ruins. Duchess in Ruins is really good. Is Flowers of Allure finished? No, they are on a break between seasons. I will say that romance manhwas do have a pretty good record for, that should be fine for digging. Yeah, I will say romance manhwas do have a pretty good record for actually being completed. In my experience, at least. I kind of want to put this on here. Just 'cause. Oh well, this is not the greatest. Too many manhwas to tag. I tried. Thanks, John. I feel like enemy radar is a good idea. What's the difference between a manhwa and a manga? Manga are typically for Japanese audiences. Manhwa are typically for Korean. Today's last day to get the Omena collaboration merch. Oh, true. An unrelated question. Pick a number between 1 and 10. 7. Same word, different language, but the application in English, I tend to just be like which audience it's intended for. Take Trick Blood money? I mean, there's going to be a lot of explosions, but I feel like the enemy radar might be a better idea. Also, Iron Lung in Canada? Oh, don't worry, I know! Rama messaged me while I was away and got tickets, so... Is it worth the reroll to see if you can get something compatible with the fire immunity? It's hard to say because there's so many perks. It could just be garbage perk. Like, enemy radar is not bad. Will the Agent Inc. merch be restocked? No. It was pre-order only, unfortunately. I will have, I do intend to make my 4th wall this year, which will be just a standard merch shop that will always be available, but won't have, like, collab stuff in it. Control-Alt-Resign is a good webtoon? Yeah! Hoping I can once available to stream. So it should be available to stream. Should I roll? Should I not roll? Should I roll? Is it gambling? Should we gamble for the end of the year? Maybe use up my luck for the year? For the finale? Also, did you guys see that Jack Stauber uploaded a new song? And video? Gamba? Roll the dice? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune spins! Okay, absolutely goated. Absolutely goated. Wait. Yep. Never punished. Gamblers win again. I wonder if this one can go... Do Shuffle Wands have better stats typically? Shuffle Wands do tend to be a bit more generous with casting speed and like recharge time. Dang. Never punished. All right. Well, now I don't know what to do with the vision. I guess we'll just put vision onto this one. Can't believe you spent all your New Year's luck reserves on the first day. According to the Japanese luck calendar predictions for birth date, mine is absolute dog water, so... Ow. Heck you. August got shafted in 2026. Yep. I mean, at least I can dig relatively well here, but like... Isn't it lucky to get a really bad one? I don't know. Then I guess I can conclude that any situation I get into is going to be fortuitous. Always casts light, death cross. Okay. Guys, I am not allowed to use wand number 4. It will kill me. Still bound to have bad luck next year, but it's nowhere near as low as 2025. Mine's way lower than it was last year, and this year was already not too lucky at times. I did have some fortuitous things this year. But this year was more along the... listening to TikTok and going for the self-improvement lifestyle thing, which is why I started doing, like, the torture classes and stuff, which I will continue. I took a slight break. Oh, speaking of torture classes, let me tell you, the absolute nightmare I had coming back from my travel, okay? It was one of those, geez, a crash out certainly is warranted situations, okay? So first of all, my flight got delayed. So, okay, inconvenience, whatever. Flight got delayed. Get to the luggage carousel, get an announcement. There's been a delay with your flight's luggage. So, it took an additional hour for the luggage. Okay. Like, I was in line to go talk to the airline representative to see if my luggage had, like, not made it or something. And I see an old woman who was on the flight, same flight as me. And I hear the gate agent person, the assistance agent, whatever agent, tell her that her luggage never made it to the flight. And she was ahead of me in line. So I was like, okay, this would suck greatly because, like, I was like, oh, easy flight to get back home, so I can just pack all my luggage the way it gets packed, right? Deathcross has a weird homing, right? Deathcross, you want to make sure it casts far away from you. I should not have stood there. That sucks. So, ow, God. Maybe I should have gotten enemy homing. Gee, enemy radar. So yeah, so thankfully my luggage did arrive. However, So when I left on my Japan trip, I had taken note that there is a crack that's forming around one of the base of one of the wheels. So I was like, okay, I gotta be a bit careful with this. See you later, Jesse! I get my luggage and realize that it's like rolling kind of weird because one of the other wheels got like broken. So it's like barely hanging on. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to ganbare and do my best to just... God, why does everything have bullets here? I wish I had a wand that could actually shoot. Like, dang. So yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, this is worrying. So I book my Uber finally. And it takes a bit for the Uber to get there, but it arrives. And it says, your Uber is here. And so I'm standing there. I don't see this guy's car anywhere. And then I get a notification that my ride has started. And I'm not in the car. Like, I have not seen this vehicle. And so I open up the chat and I say, I'm not in your car. Where are you? Someone stole your Uber? Well, that's what I thought. However, I then got a notification your ride has been canceled. And there's this thing that happens on Uber sometimes. If you see a driver and it says that they have like super high ratings, like they have the little highly rated driver badges, that usually means that they're a scammer. Because they'll cancel any ride that can give them less than a 5-star rating. So what I've heard is drivers will do that to get you to cancel and then they get a fee. Oh, well, I reported them because I was already upset about the delay in my luggage. And then the Uber, but thankfully Lyft has just started up in my city as well, and so they have prices a lot lower to compete. And so I had to wait 15 minutes, but I got a Lyft, thankfully, but I was like mentally panicking a bit because I was like, if this Lyft doesn't go through, I will crash out. But thankfully it did go through. And it was $30 cheaper than Uber wanted to be because by the time that driver had canceled, because of all of the flight delays that had gone through at the airport, Uber went into surge pricing mode, so the price doubled. So I wound up getting a cheaper ride anyways. So I get to my apartment complex. All the elevators are down. I do not live on the first, second, or third floor of the building. I am quite a bit higher than that. 100th floor penthouse? No, I live in high density housing. So I had to, while I'm exhausted from traveling, didn't sleep well, still jet lagged, I had to make 2 trips to lug everything up many flights of stairs. Including a luggage that is in the midst of breaking. Like, I got home, I turned the luggage on its side. Sure enough, yeah, that thing, that is not That luggage is no longer viable for travel. I disposed of it yesterday. So I was just like, man. I assume you were also too anxiety to ask neighbors for help. It was 3 in the morning by the time I got home. And I couldn't just leave my luggage unattended the whole morning. So I was dead tired because it's 3 a.m. and having to lug the luggage. Took a look, I'm seeing, oh, high density housing is just anything that's like many multiple units of people living in the same building is high density. From the stairs? No, Busta. That luggage was already, I had noticed that there was a crack in one of the wheels. But it was just like further, I don't want to drown, so I'm just gonna clear stuff out here. Sounds like an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I got home, and of course, like, my heart rate was up from, like, all of the stress of various things I had to endure. So I poured myself a drink and just, like, sat on the couch. New luggage on throw? No, I'll just get new luggage the next time I take a trip. Yeah, I sat down, I poured myself a drink, and I just, like... Then she drank the entire bottle. I drank half. Well, the thing is, I didn't even have whiskey yet to cuddle because I had to pick him up from the pet hotel the next day. So I didn't even get my cat. If I would have had my cat, I would have at least been like, well... Despite everything, at least I still have my cat. No, I didn't even have my cat. It was just me by myself after lugging this luggage up entirely too many flights of stairs. So yeah, I poured myself. Crown Royal has a black cherry whiskey sour mix, and I had half the bottle. It's really good. I don't have any of it anymore, but it was it was good for the 2 days it lasted. How many milliliters? I already got rid of the bottle, so I don't know. You had the other half the next day? It was really good. I didn't have anywhere to be. I was cleaning. Like... Oh, the charge speed on... I don't think... The Rock is nice, but I don't think it's very good. Okay, try one at Mount Celebrate Friends. What would you recommend as a starter for someone who likes cream and not spicy? Cream and not spicy. I would just recommend getting an Irish coffee then. That's just a coffee with cream liquor in it. So it's gonna be a very familiar flavor, and then it just has a little bit of alcohol kick to it. It's amazing. 375 milliliter bottles averages 15 to 25 USD. Okay, nobody sandwich had it. Yeah, the black cherry sour, that's pretty good. Like some Baileys? Yeah. An espresso martini? Yeah. You can have drinks that are based off of things that you're, like, familiar with. Like, a lot of people... Oh my god. A strawberry daiquiri is also really good. It's just very sweet. Don't hit me with your gun. Sweet purple bottle, too? Yeah, the bottle's very pretty. If I would have had a use for it, that would have been nice. No, the gold. But I do not, so I got rid of it. Lava potion. Don't mind if I do. Mayo, it's creamy and not spicy. Speaking of mayo, I made spinach dip for my, for New Year's. Bailey's with coffee and milk is awesome. Yeah, it's a really good starter, I think. Is the whiskey sour overly sweet? Whiskey sours are sweet because they are made with sour mix, and sour mix is simple syrup plus lemon juice. Very yummy. Feta? No. I haven't seen any spinach dip that has feta. No, spinach dip is one of those standard, not the little flat sour creams, but it's the standard size sour cream container, and then a cup of mayonnaise, one of the small flat containers of water chestnuts chopped, 3 green onions, one container, like 300-gram container, which is either one brick or one of those smaller bags of frozen spinach, and then just microwave that, let it cool, squeeze out most of the moisture, and then 1 packet of Knorr vegetable soup mix, and then you mix all of that together and you put it into the fridge and give it at least 2 hours. It's best if it sits overnight. Bloodlust. That's not bad for the stats on that wand. That's not bad. Why do I hear zappies? That's 2 spells per cast, so that's a little bit. Yeah, but that's the spinach dip, and then you just, I bought sourdough bread and another wand. Oh, that's why. Ooh. Critical on oiled enemies. Death cross, death cross, death cross, death cross. 0.58, 0.5. See, the thing is, bloodlust would be really nice. Okay. But I don't want to get hit by these guys, so I feel like what the best option would be to just get rid of this one. It's got extreme anti-spread, though, so good sniper wand. Yeah. I'm gonna try making spinach dip next week. I have frozen spinach I need to eat, so it's perfect. Yeah. I think I'll just get rid of this one because the stats are just better in general. The only thing is I only have 290 monies, and I require more monies for spells purchasing. Equal parts whiskey and amaretto, the Godfather. Yeah, Godfather's a good... pretty much, I think that anything that's a such and such sour is good as a recommendation, because it says sour, but the sour is because of the sour mix. Uh-oh. And sour mix is really... Oh, I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. Whoa, okay, you shoot rockets? All right, buddy. Ah! Yeah! Okay. Oh. Ow. Oh, I may die. Okay. Never mind. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is bad. No, this is bad. This is very bad. Please. Oh my god. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh my god. Okay. All right. God, I am so broke. I'm so broke. Anyways, any cocktail that says sour is not actually sour. The sour part of it is because it's a sour mix. God. This is not good. Like... This ain't good. Two spells per cast. have an idea this might be stupid, though. This is such a bad idea, actually. You have plasma? Why are you complaining? Because it's scary. I don't have anything that can reliably fire the plasma forward, Woat. Happy New Year, Corin! Check perks first, okay. Okay. We're just gonna look at the perks. What do we have? What do we have? We have faster movement, close call, all-seeing eye, Corin's in the future, yeah. I saw a mayo bag at a con. Nice! It makes me happy when I hear about people seeing mayo bags in the wild. Wanna know what's crazy? So the day one that I went to Eorzea Cafe, right? They have like a little visitors board where you can draw a picture, and so I really quickly drew a picture and stuck it up on the wall. Within an hour of me leaving, somebody else had gone and tagged me. There were multiple people that went to the Eorzea Cafe after me and saw that I had been there. That's wild, right? I actually had like... I had another friend message me. I think it might have been... It may have been Ben. Because one of... I think it was Ben. A friend's friend went to the cafe and was like, hey, isn't this your friend? And I'm checking my local group to make sure there's nobody needing me for anything. Small world. I know. I was like, I drew that just for me to be able to take a picture and be like, haha, there's my little mark of being at the Eorzea Cafe. I did not expect there to be like multiple people contacting me and being like, wait a minute. It's like, why are you in Tokyo? Why are there people that know about me in Tokyo? There aren't that many of you. So soon too, right? How long did you say today's stream was gonna be? 2 to 3 hours. Happy New Year. We'll just go until this run ends. I feel like All-Seeing Eye is the one to go for here. I don't have any money for reroll. Close Call is eh. I don't have enough gold to buy anything except for the horizontal barrier. So I don't really have much of anything. Can't leave on a loss. Can't leave on a loss. Can the barrier protect you from death curse? No. Like, the problem with Bubble Spark is that it's so inaccurate. So, like... It's already been 3 hours, Pepe Meltdown. I know. But hey, I'll be back. Maybe Thursday. What does this what does it look like coming up? What's it look like coming up? I probably won't stream tomorrow because I'll be recovering. Recovering and then finally having a little bit of just like quiet mental time for myself because it's not been quiet the entire time that I've been away. Friday and Saturday should be good for stream. And then next week will be normal. Yeah, well, next week will be normal. And then I think Thursday the 8th, there is a new game showcase. There's a new group that's trying to do like a bunch of new games being announced thing. And then no stream on the 17th. Cooking streams will resume the 16th, though. What's the plan for Saturday? Honestly, I feel like running treasure maps. Haven't had a chance to do like any Final Fantasy, so I feel like we could just do treasure maps. Ease back into it, maybe. Maybe just a bit. Could even do like a raid. Now that they have, oh right, they have all the glams unlocked now. If I had homing, like level 100 ones might make you motion sick. I'm not gonna do that, though. Can't do it. Okay. Can Death Cross hurt me? Ah, my fish! Bubble Spark trigger multicast horizontal path Death Cross if you want a bit of spice. That's what I'm thinking, but it's just like multicast horizontal. Like, it might be a little spicy. Okay, maybe? As long as I make sure it just doesn't hit me before. 3 hours before the game showcase, got any plans for those or just start later? I don't know. It has innate homing, just not for you. Okay. On the Greenland, 1-4. But the recharge time is so low. I feel like it's just a better idea to do this one. Because it's not multicasting anyways, right? A bit more controllable? That is a bit more controllable, yes. I feel like this is the best option I have here. Have you enjoyed any of the Legion remix for WoW DM? I have not opened WoW since playing with Joe Cat. Okay, I mean, like, Death Cross can already hurt me, so putting the thing that makes it hurt more doesn't mean it's gonna do anything additional to me, because it already hurts. Do you want to cast this spell quickly? You know, that's a great question. Smile. This is fine. This should be fine. We're fine. Put crit on Death Cross? Oh, I did. I've got Bloodlust. I'm not gonna do... Well, there will be oil. But I also may get oiled, so I don't know if I... This is gonna do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna have to be, like, hella careful. Everything's fine. We're so fine. It's all fine. I kind of want to put Plasma Cutter, but I don't really have anything that's got like a spammable cast time, I feel. Okay, that's spammable-ish. There we go, okay. The statue's dead? No, it's not. You want to go for Irem? Maybe. Maybe. This is fine. Also, Bat, thank you! It's not dead yet. I'm not gonna dig through the Holy Mountain because that's a bad idea. I'm gonna have to be invisible force pushing and pulling you. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's great. That's perfect. Yeah, thank you. 10 out of 10. Yep. Yep. Just gonna do that. And then we're gonna do... Oh, lordy. This is going to be a very... We're going to do this very carefully. Oh, lordy. Oh, this is not good. How did you hit me? Okay. This is fine. Everything's fine. Uh-oh. Okay. Whole 45 games in this showcase? Yeah, I'm interested to see what it will be. Put the cold in the hot just to wait till it cold again. The pizza. Oh no. Well, that launched the gold to locations unknown. We just have to be very careful. So this map unfortunately has a modifier which makes your projectiles move weird. Like that! Okay. Alright. Okay. This is absolutely fine. This is completely fine. We're A-okay. I have had 3 packs of Vite Ramen in the past, like... the past, like, 2 days. Nothing to worry about. Yeah! Everything is A-okay. Oh, fine. Everything is fine. So this is an explosive, this is an explosive, this is an explosive, and this also explodes. So that's why I'm, like, not moving quite yet. Really? That doesn't explode that? Oh, now it does, okay. Thankfully, I'm immune to fire. That is the small victory. Too much Vite Ramen? It's not too much yet. Vite Ramen's actually quite healthy. Okay. So the good news is, this is a wand that you cast it, and it kills everything. The bad news is, I am included in the everything. Oh, idiot. It's like soba noodles healthy, eh? Yep. The noodles are baked, not fried noodles, so they have less oil content. The only thing with my Vite flavor is that it does have a bit more... Oh, hello, healer. It does have a bit more on the... Okay. Man. It has a bit more on the sodium side because we made it more sodium-y for flavor reasons. But as long as you drink enough water and don't generally have like sodium issues. Ah! Man, if I could have had any spell trigger that was not Bubble Spark Spitter, that would have been so much better for this run. Well, you did say you were included in everyone. That is correct. I always die in Hisi vase. If I would have had It's really good for such a cursed run on your first in ages. Yeah, like if I would have had just any other, that was so unlucky. What a messed up day. Yeah, I unfortunately do need to do some more prep stuff before people come over. So I won't go. I will not do another run. Now I want to play Noita? That is the curse of Noita. Yeah. You having the party at your place this year? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good excuse for me to get everything all, like, tidied up and have a fresh start for the new year for everything being clean, you know? So, yeah. Although, I will say, we did a group order for Hobonichi journals, and I'm not getting my Hobonichi until, like, 3 days into 2026. Hobonichi? Yes, Hobonichi is a brand of daily journal. Just do absolutely nothing in those 3 days, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's like a very portable journal that has, it uses Tomoe River paper, which is a very smooth, high quality paper that's quite thin, but yeah, I write in my journal so I can stay on top of what I'm... Why does Japan get all the stationery goodies? No, they have it in English. You can order everything. Like, I did a group order to Canada. But it went to another girl's house, so I don't have stuff. Like... But it's okay, because this one goes to... What's the last day on it? I do need to do some update. Oh, yeah, it's like... This one only goes till today! I do have another one. I have two Hobonichis, actually, for this 2026. I have a Hobonichi Cousin, which is a more weekly-focused journal. Each page spread is 1 week with enough space for maybe like 2 to 3 sentences per. Kazan, not Kazan, cousin. Okay? I got a few journals. Every time only the first 5 pages are filled in. Well, see, I went to an art museum and they had Victorian writing desks. And so I did set up a space in my room now that I've gotten some stuff organized and put away, that I can actually sit down and have all my journal stuff just ready to go. So setting up a spot helps for it, especially if I start getting like a bit insomniac and I haven't written stuff, I can just go ahead and sit down and write.
Welcome back.
So thank you, Kenli Sue. I want to start a journal, just like a wiki for myself of all the teas. Oh, they do make like tea journals. And you can get self-inking stamps that have, like, stars that are empty for star rating. If I recall correctly, Hobonichi was started by the guy who created the Mother Series. Really? I don't know about that. Is it? That would be some wild lore. It was started by the copywriter Shigesato Itoi in 1998 because he had the Hobo Nikkan Itoi Shinbun, the almost daily Itoi newspaper.
Howdy DM.
Hobonichi means almost daily because people are like assuming that you're not going to be able to do that daily. Oh! Holy crap, it is! Okay, yeah, so I used a daily journal series that was created by the guy that does Mother. Okay, that's awesome. Creator Shigesato Itoi. Yeah, yeah, so he started that makes so much sense now with some of the collabs and the quirkiness, because there was a Junji Ito collab. Hang on, I need to tell a friend of mine that enjoys Earthbound. anyways, well, I like the journals a lot because they're very like tongue-in-cheek about stuff. They have like a how to use your Hobonichi recommendations every year. There's a big culture surrounding them. There's like really good accompaniments for it, like different covers and little stencil sheets and such, with like various pockets. It makes it very portable, and the journals themselves are really durable, I would say. Like, they lend well to being used. But the thing I like most about them is that on the bottom of every page spread, it has a quote. And the quotes range from like inspirational stuff to silly things to like just various notable things. And there's a lot of quotes by Shige Sato in it. So there's one here that's from Shige Sato, because he still journals daily, like, and he includes quotes in it about it. So one of the quotes I just randomly turned to, which was on September 13th from this year's Hobonichi English, was, hearing guys younger than me talk about their own aging in a not so serious way, I was tempted to tell them that there is more to aging than they know. In my view, you aren't really old until you get to be 65, though I also hear that one acquaintance who's older than me claims the cutoff doesn't come until age 75. So that's one of Itoi's quotes right there from something he wrote previously. So they have other ones, like there's a quote from a contemporary artist named Ken Kagami that says, don't ask yourself whether you really need something, because if you ask, do I really need this, the answer will always be no. You have to buy things when your gut tells you to do it. The question isn't whether you need it or not, it's the feeling of wanting that is important. So there's a lot of good quotes. I made a cream stew and a beef stew and asked my 5-year-old nephew to taste them. The cream stew, 100 points. The beef stew, 100,003,694 points. Wow, was it that good? So it's got like a lot of good little notable things. I love the daily quotes. Yeah, the daily quotes are awesome. Just having a room full of Lego bricks in front of you does not mean that you can create something wonderful with them. Having crayons in 1,000 different colors won't make much difference of what you are able to draw. The same goes for words. It is absolutely not the case that a big vocabulary is all you need. That's one of his quotes as well. But yeah, so I really like my Hobonichi. They are fairly affordable as well for being like a daily journal. But you have your daily quote section. And then in the back, they actually have various things to fill out. There's graph paper in the back for if you want to add your own tracking system for things. They have a timetable for any recurring hourly schedule for each day of the week. There's some graph paper for any targets that you're doing so that people do like weight or ongoing changes. And then there's a favorite section that's just like a good number of favorites that you can just select and write information out. Top 100 for anything you want during the year. Make a list of up to 100 entries for anything you want. Things to accomplish this year, books you've read, movies you've seen, snacks you've tried, shops you want to visit. It's up to you. Sample symbols and icons. So this one, because a lot of people have been doing more little doodles in journals recently. They have examples of icons to copy and draw, and then how to have fun keeping a diary. With the help of Fumitake Koga, author of On Lonely Nights It's Time to Write, we've come up with some hints to help you write and keep writing in your diary. So like, They have like, I always end up writing the same thing today I did yesterday. I don't know how to write what I was thinking. I keep on running out of things to say in my diary after a few lines. I always end up writing negative things and hating myself for it. How long will I have to keep up my diary before it becomes fun? So they have a bunch of stuff, and then there's a description of different types of noodles. Memorable phrases you encounter throughout the year that you don't want to forget to write down. A 365-day checkoff sheet. Looking back at the year 2025. And then they have a bunch of resources for your hobonichi for things that you're not sure about. Like there is a essay by an editor whose 70-year-old mother started journaling. And then gifts for you to write what you got from who, what dates, and notes so that you can respond back to them, and then an address section in the back. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff about like the mentality of journaling and keeping up on it. I have my journal. I still have massive sections that I just don't wind up writing for like months at a time because I'll get busy or I'll get sad and then I just won't write. But now that I've set up like my writing desk area, which I just did like very recently, I have higher hopes for things. Has everything. Yeah, it does feel like an eToy thing, right? I did manage to get the Tomie Cousin book. So that's the one that I'll use until I get my other hobonichi. And I have a little case for it and a little cover for things. It helps to build a routine. Helps to build a routine. It helps to make it easy to start. But yeah. Yeah, they're not too bad price-wise, I find. And it's very easy for me to carry it around because it's very small, so I can throw it into my bag and it works. And then it's mainly something for you to look back on, and since with my aphantasia, it's very hard for me to like... When I'm trying to remember about something I've done, I don't really have any imagery about it unless I've written stuff down in the moment to remember. So the journal helps with that. A6 size, price is decent, ships internationally, super. Yep. I do recommend at least getting the, getting a case for it. You should get a body cam then, and then I have to sort through all the footage. I still have to edit the peak footage. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. You know? And I have my, my fountain pens. I did buy some new ink while I was with my friend when I was going around trying to find gifts for everybody. It took me 4 days of this 10-day trip. 4 days to find presents for everybody. So it was it was endeavor. I was going to... It was so messed up, let me tell you. I was going to everybody was just supposed to give one gift to everyone, but then Shoto showed up with a gift for everybody, and then Michi got a gift for everybody, so I was like, shoot, I gotta get a gift for everybody, but I didn't have a lot of resources to like give stuff or time either, and I wanted to make sure it was all small things, so I wound up just writing a little motivational note along with every little thing that I bought, with the intent of it just being like whoever opens their gift will like just look at it and be like, oh yay, like a little note, and read that later. No. Everyone decided that they had to read their note that I wrote out loud to the entire group of people. So I was just like, oh no. That's really thoughtful, I'd cry. I was trying to tailor everything to what everybody said that they liked, and everybody was like, these gifts are so well thought out and perfect, and I'm just like, okay, good. Just, like, read some private. Why wouldn't they as part of the gift? I thought they would just read it privately. But no, everybody was like, oh, I have to read my DM note out loud. And I was like, oh. Oh. I love fountain pen. I really want to try the Twisby Ecos, but for now I'll enjoy my Pilot Kakuno and the Ferris wheel press. I really like my Twisby. My Twisby, I have a, I have Waringul's Oh, it's a dark green. It's like a muted dark green with copper glitter, and it does not even. I took that to Japan. It didn't leak on the flight at all. It didn't clog up. I stopped using it for a bit. It still wound up writing just fine after I wiped it off. So. I'm unfashionably late. Oh, good timing, because we're finishing up, actually. I don't know if Geary's still... Well, Geary should be awake. Okay. YouTube's gonna get Geary because she's the only person available currently for me to raid into. Son of a... I know, but I'll be back. I'll be back. Geary's watching the sunrise? Ah, okay. Yeah, I really like my Twisby a lot. Thanks for squeezing us in. Yeah, I had to make sure I had some stuff. As fanfareless and and sudden as it was. I had some people that were like, wait, you're gonna stream tomorrow? And I was like, well, yeah, I said I was gonna stream like before 2026. Like at least one of them. But thank you. Thank you. Those of you that I was gonna bring up that I'd put a thing on Throne, but then y'all bought it anyways. So thank you very much for contributing to the Throne. It will, it's all going to go to having nice music and continuing my comfy home life. I have a delivery arriving today that I hope it delivers in time. You should post more on Throne. I'm just trying to put things on Throne that are stuff that I'm gonna use on stream. So anything that it's just for me, I buy for myself, guys. I do have all of the stuff I got in Japan, so I might just throw those onto my floor here in my office so I have space, and then I might just... I want to film what I got. Maybe that can be like a short one before I compile all of my stuff together. I don't know. I don't know. Figuring out stuff, you know? I don't know what that is, Lazy. Thanks for making our 2025 better. Take care. See you next year. Yes, I will see you next year. Thank you for keeping me relatively sane for 2025. I know it was I feel like it's a year that I didn't end up doing too much special stuff, which is kind of like makes me feel a bit blah, but figuring out balance. Oh, vinyl on stream? I don't think I can. I'll get DMCA'd. But you know, at the very least, I was here, right? I was here and I was doing stuff, right?
Happy New Year DM and chat girldom bounce.
It was a chill year. Yeah, well I finally got my I finally got everything set up for like being able to continue doing cooking streams. So I think the next thing for doing cooking streams is I just want to just tweaking things a little bit here and there for framing and making sure that like visually appealing for those streams and such. You did cooking? Yeah, I did add that, you know? Doesn't have to be explosive all the time. Yeah, but I feel like it's fun when people do events and stuff. You know? I haven't done like a subathon or a community-a-thon thing since my birthday last year. You know, since before then, you know? You got a 3D model too. I did get a 3D model, which I still need to like refine stuff on that and get stuff together, you know, so. You did Lies of Pain? I did. It was a chill year. Community League next stream then? We could do that. You did have 3D Villainous and the cooking laptop got blitzed through. Yes, I did have those. It's just, I don't know. It feels like there's more interesting things that would be fun to do with like community stuff, you know? ARAM Mayhem would be fun. Yeah. Community League. Found my Oshi this year, so all well, pretty nice. Aw. Community night. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could do that on Friday. We could do Community Night Rain. Now that I figured out. Five-minute craft next stream, communal brainwashing session. We'll see. Community Tarnished. Yeah, but Saturday I will stream. I do intend to stream. Saturday will be Final Fantasy 14 and we'll just do treasure maps. Like, not high thought requiring. Maybe if we get enough people who want to do it, I do want to dress my Warrior of Light as a little Twinkie boy. So maybe do the near raids, but not have it with no echo and everything. Because, like, I couldn't wear those because they weren't from my class. And because everything I was getting was, like, the other stuff. So if I want to make her look like a little Twinkie boy, then, like, near raid unsynced Lamb Hall, that might be it. That might be. And now you can, because we might have to run through it multiple times for me to get everything from my Twinkie boy, you know? Does that mean I can tank again? Yes, probably. Only for that one. But yes. For those of you here, you survived 2025. For some of us, despite our best efforts. and as we continue, here's to a 2026. You know? A good way to put it. Despite my best efforts, I survived 2025. I will say, I do already have some stuff planned for eventual 2026 things. Not too much. 2025 was rough. It was rough. I thought 2024, I'm rotating myself. I thought 2024 was gonna be rough. That was rough. 2025 also had more rough stuff. Rough time all around, you know? Here's hoping that 2026 is at least smoother, or at least, like, things are sorted out, you know? Don't get tilted. Maybe, you know what? There were hardly any Gremlin streams this year, and I feel like that's a disservice to that model. I think 2026 is the year of refinement, you know? There's stuff I want to refine. There's stuff I want to set up. There's, like, additional screens and scenes and stuff that I want to have custom for other things. I have a couple things that are in the works that will be neat, you know? So. Year of the Gremlin? Maybe. Maybe it's the year of the Gremlin, you know? But for all of you, thank you for being here. Thanks for showing up on short notice and no schedule decides. We shall have, we're gonna take 2026, we're gonna firmly grasp it, and we're going to make sure that good things happen with manifestations, all right? There's gonna be more torture, more gremlin, more community stuff, more doodles, you know? It's the year to lock in. But anyways, have a good rest of your 2025 if you have not reached that yet. For those of you already in 2026, I am rapidly approaching that time.
Welcome back, DM.
Thank you all for this year and all of your contributions. I appreciate it. I am Fake Boy. Can you supercut all of the update videos together so I can watch and react to it? Thank you. Anyways, every stream there's 100 head pats available. Here are the last 100 for the year. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38, 39, 44, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 70, 89, 66, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 68, 9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 1, 9, 2, 9, 3, 9, 4, 9, 5, 9, 6, 9, 7, 9, 8, 9, 100 ed bunks taken care of. Have a good rest of your year. Happy New Year. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm back.